already. Certified salute. Family. It looked like foundational Black Americans got everybody upset right now. Look like everybody mad as hell. They shook, they hurt, they wobbling, they broke down. And it looked like foundational Black Americans don't give a f. We in the building. Shout out to everybody. I see all of y'all. Got my sister, Natural Torah, in here. Much love, much respect. I see Black Truth United. Much love, respect. Harley, I see you, beloved. Much love and respect. The whole damn team is up in here. Autodidactic. What up? Let's go to work, fam, and let's break it down. Y'all been seeing it like I've been seeing it. The whole world been seeing it. But the whole world been knowing as well, too, that us certified foundational Black Americans, we run everything. Everybody knows that. They can run, they can hide, they can make all their little live shows, they live streams, they can have all them tether tears, they can have all them hater breakdowns. It don't matter because this is what it is, and we're a stronghold right now. This lineage is moving very, very precise, and we're moving fast, and they can't keep up. See, when somebody can't keep up with your progress, man, the first thing they do is that they turn into little wimps and crybabies, and they have their little y'all's being means to me, and y'all's xenophobic, and y'all's a hate group. Notice that all them y'all's they got with us, but we ain't got none for them. We just say tether, and then we move on. We just call them a bunch of mops, melanated other people, and tell they ass to move on. We just call them some FBI, some flea-bitten immigrants, and then we move on. We ain't got no time for them. See, the difference between us and them, fam, they can't move without foundationals. All we do, fam, is G-check them, and then we go straight to the bank, and we get that paper. So that's the difference between us and everybody. But I'm looking at social media right now, and I'm seeing all of these people across all platforms. They talking about FBA. That's who they talking about right now. Go ahead and look at it. Look at your algorithm, family. It's everybody talking about us. I told people 5 years ago it was all eyes on FBA. And a lot of folks is watching FBA and they don't want to admit it. You feel me? There's two types of people on the planet, y'all. And I'm going to say it. It's foundational Black Americans and everybody who wants to be a foundational Black American. But the best part about being a foundational Black American is either you wake up as one or you not one at all. And all of us who are certified on the real side, we looking at everybody else and we laughing. It's good when they're having these trauma dumping spaces, fam. They out there having tether therapy right now. Tether therapy, fam. They mad at us. They mad at everything we doing because remember, our future is dictated by us. We are the ones who determine what we get, how we want to get it, how fast. Everything that they doing requires our participation. They need us. We don't need them. Okay, understand that. Put that in your mainframe. Lock that one in. They need us. We don't need a damn thing for them. What they need to do is get some deodorant. That's what they need to do. They need to go duck and hide before Tom Homan pull up in that damn ice van. Yep. And all the haters out there too, because there's a lot of people, okay, who are docs, domestic, off-brand, and a lot of them don't like foundational Black Americans either. Maybe because they got other words and it's their favorite word. This is my favorite term I'm going to use. So I'm going to be mad at FBA because my term is the best term, fam. We ain't name banging. We represent it all, fam. If it represents the lineage, then you already know what we talking about. All right. Whether you say just Black American, you say foundational on it, it don't matter, fam. We all represent the same family tree. And if you don't see that in the same family tree, then maybe you ain't family with me. Okay, let's make that clear. All right. All the different names and all the different terms that people got, fam. Either you representing the same family tree or you ain't a part of the same family as me. All right. So if somebody wants to spell your family's last name in cursive, someone wants to make it in print, who give a damn? All right. If you want to say my last name is Jackson by way of Jones, but we all talking about the same ancestry, who give a damn? We ain't got time for none of that petty, y'all. It's all about standing on the lineage, standing on principle and pushing that line because we got a billion haters on the outside. We don't need no haters on the inside. And all the haters on the inside can get their escorted to the outside real quick, ASAP. That's how we get down. So y'all know what it is. Y'all know what we doing. And I want anybody out there that got a problem with FBA to come on up to this stage. Because one thing right here, ain't going to be no talk back. Ain't going to be no back and forth. No, 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 no. We're going to put it down. We're going to push the line and we're going to make it happen. I believe that we got some certifieds in here. And I believe that we all know what the mission is. I seen a tether the other day say something like, well, what's the end goal of FBA? The end goal is the same as the beginning. Your ass can't come in because you's a dusty, rusty, and always musty. I hope that answers your question. What you mean, what the end goal? What the end goal of you is your ass going to be on the inner tube somewhere in the Mediterranean Sea getting sank. How about that? Why are you so worried about foundationals in the first place, ma'am? What is the most polarizing term in the world right now? Foundational Black Americans. Think about it. Who was Fat Joe talking about a year ago? He said FBA. Yeah, Ann Coulter, when she be bringing up folks, she bring up foundational Black Americans. Everywhere I look and everywhere I go, I see these dusty tethers trying to steal our flow. These people talking about foundationals everywhere you look. You can't go nowhere without seeing somebody talking about foundational Black Americans. And also on top of that, family, they use their hatred towards us to try to come at different people. Oh, Tariq, y'all lead us. Y'all's a hates group. Fam, we ain't listening to none of that. There ain't no leader in the lineage, and my brother has made that crystal clear. We've made that crystal clear. And at this point, fam, anybody saying anything other than that is just a dusty ass hater. Okay? Haters expose themselves. You ain't even got to put the spotlight on them, family. You smell them from a block away any damn way. So does it really matter? They mad right now, fam, because they thought that we was gonna rest up. They thought we was gonna lay it down. They thought it was gonna be over, fam. See, they used to the Black Lives Matter people that go out there and twerk for justice and then get a couple dollars on the low from the white man and then disappear. They can't handle foundational Black Americans because it's a genuine, certified grassroots movement brought to you by the people. The code is the leader. We standing on that. Every single thing that is on code, we moving in that direction. Every single thing that is certified, solidified, unified amongst ourselves, we got that. So I'm here to let everybody know, if you're mad at FBA right now, yo, it's gonna be even more mad tomorrow because we getting better by the second. Y'all rocking with Black Alpha. By the way, fam, I done been around this whole country from the East Coast to the West Coast. I done been down south, I've been up north, and I've been out here waving that FBA flag proudly, family. I've been standing on the front line of this lineage, whatever you choose to call it. Just make sure you put Black American in it, and foundational will be the little extra add on top, fam. But I've been from pillar to post, inside out, representing this lineage. And one thing that I know for certain is that these people cannot stand us because they ain't us, and they never will be. Shout out to the team. My sister Natural, it's all on you. Let's go.
Hey, family. Good evening. Good evening. Well, you touched on something that I was about to come out the gate with. For the Tethers asking, what's FBA end goal? None of your effing business. That's what the end goal. The end goal has nothing to do with you. See, over here, we're not answering those questions because we don't owe you anything. That's what the end goal is. None of your business. So one minute they say, we don't know where we come from. Then the next minute we're from Africa. But then they the true Africans. Like, which one is it? See, what they thought was they was going to sneak under African American and get a part of them reparations. And that foundational Black American got them glitching. They got tether Tourette's. It got them glitching. They didn't expect that. So their attempt to their destiny swap has been an epic fail. An epic fail. I want to know, these same people, these are the same people that say we're fatherless, we're on welfare, we're ghetto, we're violent, low IQ individuals. All these other groups always use the same white supremacy talking points when they want to criminalize us. But we're also supposed to be humanitarians at the same time. Like, which one is it? Are we thugs or are we humanitarians supposed to be helping the world? So for me, any Pan-African or anyone from the diaspora claiming that we are being divisive for concentrating on our issues and practicing group economics specifically for foundational Black Americans, they are an enemy of foundational Black Americans, and enemies get treated like enemies. So go ahead. Is it Scoops?
It's Scooby's mom. It's
Oh,
me, Miss Stacy. I've been up here before, but I had to change my name.
okay. No problem. Go ahead.
I was, you know what, just to back up, you kind of touched on what I was going to say when he was talking about how they always ask what's the end goal, and it triggered me because I was like, every time I hear them say that, I know basically I put translation. What they want to know is how much y'all getting and how can I get some? That's it. They don't care about nothing else. And just like you said, none of your MF in business. No, it's none of your business. Every time they come in and they want to know what we talking about, want to know what we doing. Just like that time I was in here before and you had roasted that dude about like what we gonna do, and how they all try to jump up, and they always got some different angle for us. But it's like, no, you don't care about us. You just want to get what we have. You want what we have owed to us. You are no part of this. You can't come to the cookout. You can't come into the juke joint. Y'all not like us, point blank, period. So get out. What we're doing is none of your business. Whatever you got when you got here, and that's all you get. And now it's time to take your ass home. Basically, just that's it. And just real quick, the reason I changed my name, there's that girl that goes on Tariq's space, Stanky Stacy, and I cringe every time I hear her. And the last time I heard that she was on there, Tariq was saying, "I'm not gonna disrespect you. I'm not gonna call you Stanky Stacy. What you want to talk about, Miss Stacy?" And when he said that, I said, "Oh, no, 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 no. It's time to change my name." So my son's nickname is Scooby. So I'm Scooby's mom. And that's what that's just a little backstory for y'all.
Shout out to your son and shout out to you, my good sister. Much love and much respect. And you absolutely hit a home run, as you always do every time you come up, my good sister. The end goal is one that does not include outsiders. It does not include people who are not of the lineage. And it's the same end goal that everybody has, fam. Why are we going to sit here and play these double rules up in here? You notice how everybody got a different set of rules. Tethers don't come at all these other communities the way they come at us. I've yet to see a tether sit down and ask what the white community's end goal is. They don't ask that to Latinos. They don't ask that to Asians or Arabs. I thought that they was all people of color. I thought they was all people of color. If you people of color, then why don't you go ask the people of color what their end goal is? Why are you so concerned with foundational Black Americans? Oh, I know why. It's because you want to cloak yourself in my identity so you can get all of the accomplishments and you can get all of the resources that belong to me. And that's the same exact thing that got you in this country here in the first damn place. See, they don't like the fact we know their name, we know their game, we know what they doing. And right now we going into a time frame where Black Americans ain't playing with these folks. We ain't out here, fam, having no pillow fight with no damn tether. We ain't playing patty cake neither. And we've identified the people out here who want to do that. And we done got them out the way. No time for softies. I tell people this and I'm going to say it all the damn time. Delineation is not the nice business, it's the hurt business, which means you're going to get your feelings hurt. You're going to get your village hurt. You're going to get your homelands hurt, but you're going to get the hell up out my way. Because the days of sitting here trying to be nice and sympathize with these people and say, oh, you know, they only want half of our culture. They said 50-50 hip hop. They don't want all the hip hop. They only want some of our reparations. They don't want the whole thing. That's what a lot of folks out there were saying back in the day. And to be honest with you, there's a lot of folks out there who still kind of own that, fam. Y'all know we still got some of them "we are the world," some of them "all lives matter" people trying to hide, trying to cloak themselves in delineation, but deep down inside, they want to go hold hands and go drink some RC colas with some damn tethers. Hell no. Nope. What a tether needs to do is they need to pack their bags, go back and fix their homeland, and quit worrying about my homeland, quit worrying about my future, quit worrying about my lineage, my heritage, my culture, my ethnicity, and worry about your own. And by the way, as I say all the time, in tethers, how about y'all men quit stalking Black American men? Tether men don't even stalk Black American women. They stalk Black American men. You got tether stalkers, big grown ass men, and they out there taking shots of Black Alpha, taking shots of Tariq Nasheed, got a whole portfolio. You walk in their goddamn village in their room, they got posters on the wall. They got exclusive photos we ain't ever seen before. It's some really weird tether. But talking about a tether, does it surprise you? We wouldn't put it past them now, would we? No. But they mad now that we into an era where FBA, we not really rocking with them. We just blocking them. You know what I mean? And over here on this side, this ain't TikTok. See, on TikTok, you'll roast their ass and then they'll go make a video and say, I won, didn't I? No, you didn't win. But your ass got checked and your ass ran. That's what you did. You run from FBA now the same way you ran from your homeland. See, let me tell y'all this. They all used to running. They ran from their homeland. And now we've been regulating them. So now they running away from us back to their homeland. So Donald Trump, you need to thank foundational Black Americans. ICE, you need to thank foundational Black Americans. Because let me tell you, FBA has done something that ICE can't do and Homeland Security can't do. FBA done made all of the illegals flee the back home. So that's what I call reverse immigration. You ain't have to send Tom Homan in the ice trucks up. All you had to do was send them into a Black Alpha, Tariq Nasheed, my sister Natural, send them into one of our spaces, and we'll have these people packing up and willingly ready to go back home. And that's what's happening right now. And you only get that when you FBA regulated style. Let me send this to my sister Natural, and then we'll go to Gia, and then my brother EJ in the place.
Okay, well, I bought this Perry person because they put a request in, and I didn't already been through their page, and they being real extra with the black fist. Could we let Perry speak first to see what he got going on, and then I guess yeah,
Yeah,
speak.
go ahead, Perry. Go ahead, talk.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm here for the reparations.
And I
Get
knew
your
you was an.
truck.
We was kings and shit. Where my reparations?
Well, I'm gonna tell you where your mama at. Your mama's on her kneecaps right now, and she's sent off the landlord because she's about 3 years late on her rent. Okay, but once your mother is done, landlord, she's gonna have to off the landlord's child, and you're still gonna get evicted. So all that off, and you're still gonna be homeless tonight. Okay, so how do you feel about that? That's your reparations. Your reparations is that the landlord doesn't just in your mama's mouth, the landlord eyeball. So when you see your mom and she's a one-eye tether, then there you go. So how do you feel about that, Perry? He can't even talk.
Yeah, I already peeped this bum. Let's go ahead and speak, Perry, because that's all y'all do is try to distract. We gonna
I
get you
feel
up
like
out of
I
here.
got conned by the.
You did get conned. You got conned because he said that his was only 12 inches, but it was 13. And your mama said that she ended up enjoying that 13-inch the same way your grandmama did. Okay, so your grandmother and your mother both got by a 13-inch black man, Mandingo, soul pole. But guess what? She liked it. That's why your father disappeared. I heard your father jumped off of a roof because he couldn't handle that same was sliding in his wife every single night, and she was telling him that he needs to go buy some extends, and those extends weren't extending. Okay, the same way that your lease is not extending, and the same way that your time in this space will not extend. So you go back and you tell everybody that the 13-inch soul pole your mama and your grandmama. And be honest with you, word on the street is that 13-inch gave way to you because I think your daddy was the black man that was your mama. So deep down inside, you're mad that you had some dick in your mama and you popped out and you only have a 2-inch. You got a of a third grader. But that's right along the way with your people, right? Get the off my space all day. Let's go to the goddamn speakers. And let's let everybody know if you see a white woman with one eye, that's because she done got that lobe busted in her eye and she can't see straight, family. So shout out to all the males with one eye. It might have been this guy's mom and his grandma. Y'all know how it go. One eye tethers, one eye males, they all flock together. Gia, you came on up here. See, you got it. You was in here first. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I wasn't ready for
I can wait. You want me to bring you back? I mean, you can stay on the panel. I had to send the mail packing. I'm sorry. I woke up on one today, sister. You want to go now? I
you
can
know
come back.
okay, but hold on, let me get it together. But okay, family. So one of the things that I wanted to kind of talk about too, with everything that's been going on, and let me just tell you, I'm coming back. I'm out here in LA. Today they just had their whole state thing was just Tether Fest, TetherCon, and they were talking about everything but what the needs are for foundational Black Americans. I can't even make this up. They had a whole panel on immigration. Everybody that they had there, they had all the mayors and everything giving a whole talk, and all of their talks had to deal with immigration out here. So that was something. Oh, shit, I can't hear nobody. Hello?
We can hear you.
Gia, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you now too. So my question is, in terms of what they're saying and why they're giving us so much pushback, is I don't understand why they're going to make an emotional argument to an argument for us is our legal constitutional birthright. I think that that's what they're missing.
We are the only group of people that have been mentioned in the Constitution, not one, not two, not three, but 4 times. We have been mentioned in the Bill of Rights, in the amendments, in the Reconstruction Amendments. The 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments are specifically that addresses us. It was only in looking at all of the scholarship, not from what our feelings are or how we feel about this. You go and you look at what they were talking about, their minutes and their speeches in Congress during that time. It was us who was the conversation. You read documents, the documents that they give so much to Federalist Papers, especially Federalist Paper number 54, where they had to take out a whole ad and write all of these different letters specifically addressing us. We are the only group of people that are in the Constitution. It is literally, and with the Trump versus Casa opinion and how they're bringing it up again for birthright and laying the foundation of citizenship, we are the only group of people that they're talking about. So it doesn't matter what their feelings are. They don't have the right to talk about it because this is a constitutional argument. This is not an argument based off of their feelings. And I'll land my plane.
Absolutely. Let me tell you what I tell everybody. The whole issue with tethers was over before it really got started. There's no possible way that these individuals could ever reclaim something that they never claimed or had in the first place. How you going to reclaim it if it ain't you? How you going to be it if it's not in your DNA? There is no paperwork that allows these individuals to be Black Americans. There's no anything with true logistics that allow these people to be Black Americans. And quite frankly, nothing at all across the spectrum allows these people to be Black Americans. So this is why they go to the point of simple tether babble, tether trolling and everything. I tell everybody like this, we're going to have to look at the United States of America as pre-reparations and post-reparations. And what I mean by that is when we started to push reparations in the lexicon. Y'all remember, anybody out there, I remember when nobody wanted to be a Black American. They was cool with hating on us, hitting us with a kata, saying me no Black, all of that stuff. I just seen the thing the other day with Latinos. Now they want to be Black. Everybody want to be Black now. Shout out to Paul Mooney. Rest in peace. What he say? Everybody want to be a but don't nobody want to be a. I remember that. Now it seems like everybody want to be a foundational Black American because they looking at that money. Y'all notice that all this stuff started to pop off soon as we started to really push the line when it came to reparations. Then everybody started to see it. See, that was the signal that got pumped into the atmosphere, into the world where everybody was looking and saying, whoa, whoa, whoa. These Black Americans is really going to get the bag. This is a real, genuine, certified roots movement led by some real thorough brothers and sisters. Oh man, I gotta be Black tomorrow. Then they started coming up with all these different plays and all these little hustles and scams and schemes and plots so they can try to be us. But every single one that they've came up with, family, certified foundational Black Americans have knocked it down. And right now they're left with nothing but deportation. Delineation is a powerful thing, and delineation has overpowered all of these people in their lives. And like my sister just said a minute ago, the way they try to weasel themselves into the wording, they can't weasel themselves into the wording, as our sister just said, because it wasn't worded for them. This is not meant for you, Mr. Mutombo. You're not intelligent enough, Mr. Mutombo. This is not meant for you, Mr. Sanchez, Mr. Fufu or Joe Loft, Mr. Pedro. It ain't meant for you. You're not strong enough. You're not intelligent enough. You're not quick enough. Okay. You can't be foundational Black Americans. It's just what it is. So a lot of these folks has got to wake up in that reality. And the reality is what the reality has always been. And that's we over here, they the hell over there. And if you over here thinking you us, we going to send your right on back across that ocean, back to your homeland. And when you get there, you just tell all of them tether gangsters that you fled from that you want to make amends, because word on the street is a lot of these tethers got some bad issues waiting for them back in their homelands. That's why when they get deported, they be on their knees getting drugged and they be crying. So foundational Black Americans ran them out of our space and they scared to go back to their space because they got some of them people waiting on them. And I don't give a damn about it. Sister Nats, what's on you?
I just wanted to say, respectively, family, we've been fighting with these tethers in these spaces on and off for years. We're past them with the time wasting. You guys do not, they know what it is. They know what the Constitution is. They know who it's meant for. We do not have to go back and forth with these people. They do it to waste time. They know the history. And I was telling Brother Alpha earlier, just imagine you hear how Tariq got to be fighting with these people in these spaces, and he is one of our great scholars. He's a historian, and these people be trying to debunk what he knows. So what do you think you're going to do in these spaces? I don't go back and forth with them. You cannot debate history with these people. They know what it is. It's time where we are past that. We're in these spaces with this, intellectual babble, showing them that we know our history. We don't have to do that with them. We don't owe them nothing. Just like we don't owe them telling them what our end game is, we owe them nothing. We identify who we identify as, and that's it, and that's all. Go ahead, EJ.
Yeah, and I'm a piggy that what you just said. My time and my patience for these people is very thin, and I got stuff to do. I got a job, I got bills to pay. Y'all Negroes be in these countries just babbling. You need to take that same energy to these people that's in your homeland terrorizing you. And Tyreek, he plays with these people from time to time, and he get them out of the way, but he just do it in such a cerebral way. Y'all got me sound like Roland Martin in here. Hopefully, I don't got no Haitian voodoo dolls close by. But with that being said, this stuff is just in one ear, right out the other, and I'm really disappointed with some of us in these spaces talking crazy about black empowerment, but you giving these people chance after chance after chance after chance. You up in here trying to make these people co-hosts. You up in here trying to, give these people a damn voice. I ain't giving none of these folks a voice. I've been on this app not for the longest, but I've been on this app for a couple of years. I don't bother nobody unless these roaches want smoke with me, and I definitely give it to them dual willing bamboo sticks, like a Negro clutching them, wets power tools, Bob the Builder on deck. But these folks right here are very disingenuous. They got all this energy, and some of you Negroes in these spaces, y'all me. So that's just my opinion. But with that being said, I'm gonna land my plane once again.
Go ahead, Natural.
I wanted to say also, I see a lot of these Pan Africans on the timeline, Democratic shields, and these tethers trying to shame us about we don't want to unify. Yeah, we ain't never have no unity. We don't want to unify to become this fake global superpower. And the thing is, y'all don't even practice Pan Africanism. Why? Why isn't it successful? Like that's what killed me. How they be trying to shame us for something that the movement. Why isn't the movement successful? I mean, we're stopping the movement of Pan Africanism. I see them all the time on the timeline. And another thing, just these little spaces. Understand people do go in, they listen to these little spaces, and you have people that say they on code, they say one thing, they come in our spaces, but they in these spaces being tether sympathizers. They out here, yeah, giving people a voice. Like, what could these tethers really say to us? Like, what do they have to offer? Like, what are we talking to them about is what I really want to know, because we still delineating. So at this point, what are we talking to them about? What are we giving them a voice for? I mean, if they can come in here, I mean, do they have something to add? Now, the ones that have something to add, are they riders? Do they have something to add? Other than that, what do we need to give them a voice for? We don't need their opinion of what we're going to identify ourselves as. We know that all they do is waste time and lie. They don't respect our lineage. So what are we talking to these people for? I don't let them waste my time at all. But how dare they be trying to shame us for something that they can't even get going? They don't even practice Pan-Africanism, but they always shaming us about this fake unity. It's all about the money. Black Alpha say it all the time. They want this fake global superpower. Nah, y'all want to steal our reparations. And y'all want us to help build the damn countries and the tribes or whatever y'all got going on over there that y'all refuse to. And we ain't doing it. And we ain't helping. And we ain't coming out there. So the shaming tactics, it's like, to me, it's like, it's witchcraft. I told Black Out, it's witchcraft. That's why they keep saying it over and over, because they're trying to wear us down. It's not going to work. We are foundational Black Americans, whether y'all like it or not. We are not African. Sorry, we're not going to be African. It's none of your business what our end goal is. Now, what now? Because if you stop arguing with these people and going over back and forth with them about history, now what? What's next now? What do they have? Because we're not coming out there. We're not helping you. So I just wanted to say that.
Man, y'all done hit home run after home run. Let me come on top of that right there because y'all really put it down. Family, I want everybody to think about just this week all across social media. I want everybody to think about all the responses after my brother Tariq done lit them folks up. Because remember, Tariq be lighting them folks up on all different platforms. Family, every single community done came out and made an anti-FBA space. Oh, I'm gonna lighten everybody. I'm gonna bring it to you right now. All right. I just seen they had an anti-FBA space and it was some Pan-Africans. Then I seen another one and it was Africans. Then I seen another one and it was Caribbeans. Then I seen the $2 Tontos. They made a couple spaces. Family, every single person that you can think of is out here making these anti-FBA spaces. I told y'all it's all eyes on FBA and they better watch because we putting on this show. Remember this, fam. They wouldn't be talking about you if you wasn't winning. If nobody's talking about you right now, fam, you ain't really popping. And FBA's popping. That's why a lot of these people be mad at the term FBA because FBA is being spoken of and they see that it's got a stronghold on the future. All right. They mad right now in the present because they getting whooped. They getting served. But what makes them really mad, y'all, is that they understand the further this goes along and the more we proceed, the more this is going to get solidified. And the more it gets solidified, the more the foundation grows stronger. And strong, solidified, on code, foundational Black Americans is all of these people's worst nightmare. And I mean every single group and community that I just mentioned. You got ideologies mad at foundational Black Americans. You got bootleg wannabe religions mad at foundational Black Americans. You got fleers and hoppers and skippers and jumpers. They mad at foundational Black Americans. Them folks trying to hop on them inner tubes and they can't swim. They mad at foundational Black Americans. And what they mad for, we only being ourselves. Foundational Black Americans are the only people that everybody else gets mad at and we don't care about them. How you so mad about somebody that don't even know who the hell you are? How you so mad about somebody that lives every single day focused on their own family? We do so many good things and so many good deeds amongst our own family tree, fam. We ain't got 1 second to worry about nobody else. They want to create some type of confrontation. I want y'all to notice that. Notice that all these people out here, they fishing for a problem. That's what they want. I never seen it, fam, until we started to really get this thing moving heavy. Around the first rally for reparations going into the second one, in which I spoke and rocked the house, then I started to see, oh, these people want a problem. They want to say things like, Black Alpha, you don't like me. No, Black Alpha doesn't know you. They want to say things like, oh, Tariq Nasheed, we have beef. Tariq doesn't know you. They want to say, Natural, you're being mean. No, Natural just checked you. Don't nobody know who the hell you are. We ain't ever seen you. You ain't got no success. You ain't got nothing popping. Fam, I ain't walked down the street one damn day and seen somebody talking about how Pan-Africanism is the place to be. Not seen it. I ain't seen not one motherfucker at the store going to get me some goddamn drinks. I ain't seen one person pop up and say, man, them Caribbeans out here, man, they the wave of the future. I ain't seen it. Y'all tell me right now, what do you see more, foundational Black Americans, or do you hear about Pan-Africanism? Or do you hear about all these other ideologies or these $2 Tontos? I don't see these people out here. And we as American as it get, remember, we're the Americans and they're not. So everything that we say goes and everything that they say gets pushed to the goddamn side. I want everybody to notice we're the Americans. We are the originators. We are the builders. So we are the authority. And I want all my brothers and sisters to have that damn authority when you talk. Don't be talking like you some outsider. Just like my sister Natural just said right there. Ain't no back and forth with somebody. I don't go back and forth with nobody in my goddamn house. You better wipe your damn feet or you better get the fuck out. You better get to stepping. This is foundational Black America. We foundational, we Black, and we American, which means your ass better be quiet when I'm talking. That's what you better do. This is how we moving now, y'all. Anybody else who has an energy that's not matching this right here, just wasting time, and I ain't got time to waste. I don't know about nobody else, but I'm trying to see that reparations check like ASAP, quick, fast, in a hurry. And ain't no damn tether gonna derail the conversation because we want to sit there and talk with a foreigner. All right. One thing about an American, Americans do not waste time on no damn foreigner. I've yet to see anybody in Congress, nobody at the Senate or the White House say, well, we'll pass this law after we talk to the Caribbeans. We'll pass this law after we talk to the Africans and let's get their blessing. You talking to these people like you need their blessing. You don't need their damn blessing because they not us and we foundational Black Americans. So hell no, we don't give a damn. The regulators done mounted up. The regulators is in the building, in the place. Ballers gonna ball and them haters gonna hate. And if you look who's balling, that be us. And if you look who's hating, that's the whole damn world. All the little $2 tontos out there. Let me holler at y'all, Siberians. All y'all Siberians running around here. You don't like the fact that my brothers and sisters know that we are the real indigenous, right? You don't like that, do you? Uh-huh. All the Pan-Africans. You mad all them cheap-ass Polexes that you was selling to folks and all them fake-ass travel packets to Wakanda. Ain't nobody buying them now, right? Mm-hmm. I see where you at with it. Yep. All these little fake ideologies and fake groups out here. Y'all all mad that foundational Black Americans done dried up all that paper you thought you was gonna get. Do y'all know that foundational Black Americans, just being foundational Black Americans, has made millions of people broke? Yeah, it's all about the money, right? It's for the love of money. We're gonna talk money, right? If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense, family. Yeah, foundational Black Americans, being foundational Black Americans, we done cut off everybody's bag. Everybody out here, man. That's why they mad. They mad because we cut off their bag. That's what it is. And they mad that my cell phone can send their ass home. It look like everything we do, we got the power, and they ain't got nothing. So yeah, they upset. Yeah, they're gonna go make these spaces. Yeah, they're gonna sit there and cry about it. But foundational Black Americans ain't gonna care because it's the same exact thing that has always been with us. We always be in our own circle, our own space and time, doing our own thing, family. We never worry about somebody else's business. We never worry about what someone else has going on. If I drive by your house and I see all the lights on, cool, I'm gonna keep on driving. If I drive by your house, you got your kids in the yard, good, I'm gonna keep on driving. Because guess where I'm going? I'm going to my house to do my thing with my family. That's what foundational Black Americans are. We don't get in nobody's business. We ain't nosy. We ain't chatty patties. We all about self. So the fact that you think you're going to get the most self-serving, self-sufficient, and self-focused lineage to worry about another group, hell no. Because what we understand is that y'all just a bunch of broke ass people trying to get our attention, and your hands don't reach this high. And now it's reality time. And now y'all got to come back down to reality that every lie that you told back in the day has been exposed. All that BS SSS that y'all was talking about ain't flying no goddamn where. You can't convince foundational Black Americans that we owe you something or we all brothers. I told people from day one, I said, being a foundational Black American is like having a damn lottery ticket. Talking about reparations is like having a lottery ticket. When you say that you a foundational Black American and you gonna get reparations, family, you get about 15th, 3rd, 4th, and 5th cousins knocking at your damn door. Go win the Mega Millions right now and find out how many fake cousins want to show up. How many we ain't really related, but I'm gonna pretend we related. That's what it is, fam. Look at it. Draw the parallels, connect the dots. We in here. I got time today. Soon as we start talking about money in reparations, we got all of these people who claim to be cousins from the diaspora. Have you heard the term diaspora more in the last 5 years or more in the last 60? Didn't nobody say no damn diaspora 60 years ago. They start saying that about 5 years ago when we start talking about money. They went from y'all Lakatas to we all black, brother. Me no black to me is black. Now you hear what? Afro-Latino, Afro-Colombiano, Afro-Dominican. These people hated being black. They all thought that they were dark white. Now they all want to be black folks. You ain't black. Remember, if it wasn't black yesterday, your ass ain't black today. It ain't gonna be where Black Americans have been the only people representing being certified BLACK. And now when we get everything moving, everybody want to be black now. This is the FBA effect, y'all. And when FBA showed up, we done threw a wrench in the game and turned this whole goddamn thing upside down. This is why everybody has Black American obsession disorder. They need Black Americans. They think about Black Americans. They have to have Black Americans in their life because without Black Americans, structurally, these people go broke and they starve. It's not my fault that you fled to a country that has a system where they take food off my plate. They take food off Church's plate, off Chris's plate, off Gia's plate. It's not my fault that they took the food off our family's plate and gave it to you. And then we showed up in this generation, the certified Black society reparations generation. We said, oh yeah, all that food that y'all was taking off of my plate to feed your family, that ain't happening no more. Where that damn plug at? Oh, there it is. Pull the goddamn plug out the wall. Eat on your own. And we know you can't eat on your own, because if you could eat on your own, you wouldn't be here. Remember this, family. By the time you even encounter a damn tether, they've already been a loser, because you wouldn't know them unless they came to your damn country. If they came to your country, that means they've already failed in their country. So you got to understand the very fact that we know these people. We have terms like tethers. They immigrate over here. You didn't immigrate over here as a success. You immigrated over here as a failure. And the very time you see these people, when you lay your eyes on that receding hairline that starts at the top of their damn head and goes all the way down to the back of their damn ankles, by the time you see that football field 5 head, they've already lost. And that's why these people are so mad at us. It's got to be a terrible thing to look at foundational Black Americans be the standard of life. Damn just culture. Damn just fashion. Family, these people want to have revolutionary spirit like us because they ain't got no revolutionaries. They want to be the musicians and the artists like us because they ain't got no damn musicians and artists. These people want to be the fashion because they ain't got no fashion. They want our spirituality because they ain't got no spirituality. They talk about all this African spirituality. Well, where the hell it got you? Cast the damn spell on the colonizer. Why don't you go do that? Y'all was over here talking about, I will cast a black magic spell on you for blocking me on TikTok. Why don't you cast the spell on the colonizer for cracking you across the damn head with the bamboo stick? And not EJ's bamboo stick, because you ain't going to get up from that one. So why aren't you doing any of that with them? Again, it's misguided and undecided. Y'all have your tether priorities effed up because you're too busy having Black American obsession disorder, and you don't like the fact that foundational Black Americans do what we want, do as we please, and you always on your knees. But y'all know what they say about a hoe with no instructions. They heading for self-destruction, and the tethers done self-destructed. My brother Church in the place. It's on you. Go ahead, brother.
Shout out, family. Can you hear me?
Crystal clear, my brother.
Much love to you. Got to give a shout out to you, our sister Queen Alpha, our sister Natural, of course, our brother EJ, Scooby's mom. I love the way you changed your name when you heard that. You know what I'm saying? I would have changed my name too. Shout out to Gia and everybody else in the chat. Family, what's happening here? And it's very apparent. It's very apparent if you just take the time to pay attention. Our brother Alpha already spoke on it, as well as our sister Gia. You know, we are the Americans, right? And it's constitutionally, we are constitutionally the Americans. What we say, go. And so what are they doing nowadays? They're running around here trying to convince you that you are not an American. Why are they doing that? It's not only to take your place, but if they can convince you that you're not an American, then you don't have that power to say, what I say, go. You done fled here to a country that our ancestors built. When you have that no, it irritates them the most, because no matter what they bring to you, it gets tossed by the wayside because they know they have no standing here. And the only way they can feel like they have some sort of standing is by convincing you that you don't have standing either. That's the problem with a lot of these tethers. And we also got to keep an eye on these folks that's opening up the door for all these tethers to come on in. I spoke about this once before about the Mona Leo chick, right? And not so much about the So Long song, but the music video in itself. Well, now she then did her little interview with the Breakfast Schlubs, and she's making it very clear that she's pushing, even though she did the song for Black Americans and she had the Black American heritage flag and she did her research on the flag because she wanted to make sure that she was knowledgeable about it, she still was pushing Pan-Africanism in that whole damn video. And she made sure everybody knew it. And that's why she went to the Breakfast Schlubs. Basically, what they're doing is becoming the Trojan horse for other people that we're already eliminating from our circles. And this is what we're seeing on the mass level right now. That's why we're seeing Conscious Fleroy, even though everybody from TikTok to freaking X to even Instagram has been calling this tether out for all the nonsense this tether has been doing. You have someone like Mona Leo having him in her music video and now exposing him to a whole new light of different Black folk that probably never even engaged in these situations or talks. This is something that we have to really put on the back burner. We have to really like throw this stuff out, because this is what we're seeing consistently. This is the gameplay. This is the over and over. And because we've been studying white supremacy all our damn lives, the gameplay is the same play. Also, be very wary of these people that's running around here. And I want to be very clear. We all know that we're indigenous. We know that many of us have lines that stem back thousands of years on this land, if not more. However, what's happening right now is you have a bunch of people who are claiming to be indigenous, but they're indigenous from outside of America, and they're just claiming the all of the Americas. So they're saying, I'm indigenous. My people was indigenous of Puerto Rico. My people is indigenous of Haiti. And that right there, family, I spoke about this as well. There's this one woman that goes around and she's pulling up all the scholarship, and she's going through the Library of Congress, and she's teaching people about indigenous history and all this other stuff. And then she turns around and say, well, Haitians are the only real Black Americans. This is the nonsense that's happening right now, family. And we got to keep our eyes on it, because these folks are trying every which way to muddy the waters and sneak their way into our reparations conversation and just our lineage, heritage, and culture to begin with. You know, and I'm glad that, shout out to Tariq, because the day that he went on there and got in there and roasted all those dang tethers, for the next 3 damn days, TikTok was full of just sob videos, people saying, oh, the FBI have sent Tariq over here to tell us about ourselves, and he is spreading hatred, as if they wasn't just over there disrespecting us without Tariq on the app. So I find it incredibly amusing. I love the fact that he's over there, because a lot of folks are getting that straightening. And there's a lot of us over there that's been dealing with this for so dang long. I just want to send out a message to our brother Tariq. Protect your Majora, my brother, because trust me, that babble, EJ, no, that babble will drive you insane, especially when you having to deal with not just the tether from god dang Africa, you're dealing with the tether from Puerto Rico, you're dealing with the tethers who's claiming to be indigenous. Now you're dealing with the fake, you're dealing with Putin's Mexicans, the Siberians, you're dealing with the god dang the gingers who think that they're Black. All of these things are on TikTok. We don't even have that here on X. I'm not gonna lie. You know, X is one of these like real modern spaces. Somebody try to pretend to be us, we call them out, we throw them to the wayside, they're done for. On TikTok, you got people all over there pretending to be whatever they want to be. You got people calling themselves unicorns. So trust me when I say it is very imperative that we're checking each and every one of these folks. And I know that we are indigenous, you know that we are indigenous, but when they're trying to do things like, and I saw a live the other day where it was saying they had a caption up that said, either you can be FBA or you could be Indigenous American, but you can't be both. That right there is a misnomer and is an oxymoron. So we have to make sure to keep calling these folks out. That's why they're getting so pissed off. That's why they're so scatterbrained, because of the fact that we have been solidifying the lineage, the heritage, the culture. And every time they try to bring in somebody to say, oh, well, I'm FBA too. Technically, you would consider me FBA. We're breaking them down. We're checking the paperwork, and then we're tossing them out the door like jazz. Family, let me end on this. I got to give a shout out. To all the knuckle dragging, one-eye Jack Sparrow looking women who's on their knees trying to get that rent, Perry's mama, because, you know, it's a tough job. It's a tough world out here. You know, I know you got to do what you got to do. All right. Brenda had a baby and so did you. So go and take care of that. Get your situation right, you know, and maybe you won't be producing people such as Perry. But I'll land right there, family.
My brother,
That Chris Smith ain't gonna pay for itself, brother.
my brother done brought up here. Hey, yeah, his my out here right now. Got that goddamn thing over her eye and stuff, down, toe down. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. But yo, let me go ahead and add what my brother Church just said. Good points, my brother. As always, y'all need to follow my brother right now. Do that. Listen, my brother made a good point. when Tariq went over there, shout out to my bro Tariq all day. And y'all know a lot of these folks just be mad at Tariq, right? Y'all know what it is. You know, let me tell y'all a little something. A lot of people in this movement, they all want to be remembered as like Malcolm X, you know, Huey P. Newton. They want to be remembered as the greats. They got these great aspirations when they start their little pages and their little accounts and they tell their little ugly dog that they call a girlfriend that they gonna be so famous and popular and one day they gonna lead the black community, and then they find out that that dog was really their girlfriend, or their girlfriend was really that dog, and then they see that that never came to fruition. And then they start to get a lot of jealousy at Tariq, and they see Tariq has spaces and there be thousands of people in there. And they see when Tariq goes over to different platforms, everybody's watching. They can be mad all they want, but they watching though, ain't they? And then their girlfriend has to say, well, why you ain't got 1,000 people in your chat? How come no one knows who you are? You told me you was going to be the next Malcolm. Y'all remember them guys back in the day? They told their girls that they was going to be rappers. And they was like, man, I'm going to have an album out. Give me 3 years tops. I'm going to be quadruple platinum. And then you come to find out they asses couldn't sell out a barbershop. They couldn't fill up a pizzeria. You dig? And then now they start getting that resentment because they looking at Tariq and they saying, well, hold on, man. This man out here making movies. He got museums. This man is out here being a pillar in the community, pushing positive principle. And all these people do is they start hating. And then you know how I go, fam. They get all them goddamn little fingers and they start tweeting all these things and they make their little TikTok videos and they be mad at Tariq. And that's how it goes. And then when they get mad at Tariq, then they get mad at FBA, but they don't understand that FBA is a lineage. So they mad at 50 million black Americans and they just hating for no reason. But like I tell y'all, fam, haters stay in the gutter. But that's what happens when you are looking up, and these people are looking up at foundational black Americans, and we don't look down, we just step over them. But to my brother Church's point, I want everybody to notice that now you've got people coming out here who are saying that they're indigenous, but yet they're saying you can't be both. The reason why a lot of people don't like foundational black Americans, fam, because foundational black Americans, FBA, it encompasses everything. Y'all know who the indigenous people are in the United States of America? They are foundational black Americans.
I'm sorry, brother. Gorilla, we see you. Like, why are you acting like a child? Keep raising your hand. We see you. You gonna speak. Like, stop raising your hand like you got Tourette syndrome or something. Calm down.
Black Americans, we are the indigenous people. They can't separate the two of them. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. I want everybody to notice that they're out here now trying to separate foundational black Americans from being indigenous. Foundational means that you're indigenous, because you had to be indigenous to be the foundation of the United States of America. You didn't come after the United States of America and build America. You were here before we built America, which makes you the indigenous people. So all these little tactics to try to redefine, rescope, and remold what FBA means. Y'all know what FBA means? FBA means foundational black Americans because we said so. That's what it is. It's what the hell we say. Ain't no damn tether gonna have no damn TikTok and tell us what we meant when we said what we said. Ain't no damn dusty, musty ass person who ain't sniffed no goddamn deodorant gonna try to put their label or their jacket on what we do. Foundational black American is very, very clear, and it's not remixable. Notice, y'all, Conscious Fleroy, he wasn't waving that FBA flag in that video. Because he know better. He better bow down and stay down. And by the way, I heard word on the street, he out here getting drugged by 70-year-old white women. Democrats are starting to turn on him, everybody. Yeah, I just seen about 15 Democrats all lighting his up. So we done already made him the laughing stock of the world. And now we laughing even more, man, because you know, when you got Betty White mad at your ass and Barbara Bush, it ain't going too good for you. But what they're going to start to do now, fam, is all of these attempts. And I use the term attempts clearly because it ain't going to work. Now they're starting to change words around. Y'all been seeing them say things like, I'm a black African American. Y'all see what they trying to do now, right? They're trying to move some things around. See, when we said we not African American and we put that term down, the Tethers came in with their dark knuckles, because y'all know they got them goddamn cake soaps. They don't try to pick that term up now. So now I'm hearing people say that I'm a black African American, I'm an African black American, a foundational Scottish. By the way, remember all that foundational Scottish stuff where you had a lot of people out here and they was running around saying, shout out to y'all, man, we all good. I was telling everybody that them damn folks was nothing but a bunch of tethers trying to find a backdoor way. We done found out that damn main dude talking about, I ain't from Scotland, I'm Scottish. Man, that dude's a straight ass Nigerian. He was a Nigerian a whole and had a lot of, listen, a lot of y'all fake out there was believing, dude, and you was waving that goddamn flag. Let's be real. A lot of folks out there, they was like, oh, we found our cousins in Scotland. Oh my goodness. And all of us certifieds, we was over here saying, nah, ain't no damn cousins. They was using sinners against us. We cousins. Yeah. And then out of nowhere, you had the foundational Scottish and foundational Irish and foundational Germans, and they was like, oh, we down with y'all. And what they thought is that they was going to go after the Africans to try to get kudos from us. I don't care if you don't like Africans, because my issue with Africans is separate from people from Scotland. My issue with Africans ain't got nothing to do with people from Ireland. They thought if we just delineate from Africans and we talk bad about Africans, maybe Black Americans are like us. You're not going to diss an African as some type of means to getting in my house. That ain't going to work. I don't give a damn. Your issue with Africans is your issue with Africans in Scotland. My issue with Africans is my issue with Africans in foundational Black America, to be honest with you. And be honest with you, my issue with Africans is very minute because they not like us and they going home. So it's really nothing that rings it. But they done found out this dude is a whole damn Nigerian. And go back and look at TikTok. A lot of folks are taking them videos down because you had a lot of folks that talk all that and they was out there talking about some, see, the Africans even pissed off the Scottish. Come on in, Scottish. It's going to be all the FBAs and all the Scottish together, and we going to ride on the Africans. Oh, no, hell no. Dude ended up being a fraud. They got videos of this dude speaking English. This man was in Japan just 2-3 years ago, and now somehow this man talking about some damn Lucky Charms. Y'all got to be on game when it comes to this tether slaying. Shout out to my sister Natural, the tether detector. You better have that tether alert. Don't be running around here letting any third person off the block come in and say we cousins. Ain't no damn cousins. You know who my cousins are? My cousins are foundational Black Americans. Guess who else is? My brothers are. Guess what else? My sisters, my aunts, and my uncles. Why are you still looking for cousins outside the damn community? That's your damn problem. That's what got us into this issue in the first goddamn place, is that you're always looking outside of the community to go find some type of kinship and allyship. Ain't no allies and ain't no kins, fam. Fuck friends when I got family. Fuck friends when I got family. I got family, fam. Okay? I got family, fam. When I'm with my family, I don't give a damn about going to kick it with the people. I go kick it with my brother. How about that? I go kick it with my sister. How about that? I ain't sitting there knocking on the neighbor's door and saying, can y'all come out and hang out with us? Why? I can go to my house right now on a Friday night. I ain't got to go to the club. I'll be in here kicking it with my brothers and sisters. We ain't got to look outside the community. So a lot of them folks was looking outside the community trying to bring in these damn Scottish people. How long that lasts? And before the Scottish people, how many of y'all remember the redheads? Y'all remember that one too? Remember the redhead? You had redhead folks out here saying, I always felt that I had a connection to Black people because being a redhead is kind of like being a Black person. We're kind of like the light-skinned people of the Black community. No, you're kind of like the Miracle Whip in the mayonnaise community. Okay, you ain't nothing but mayo with red hair. That's what the hell you are. And mayo with red hair, blonde hair, brown hair can get the hell up out of here. That's what the hell you are. And we shut that down. So this is why I tell everybody it takes the regulators, all right? Not the patty cakers, the regulators. The regulators is going to be the ones out here letting it be known who is solid and who ain't. Translation, who can come in the house and who ass can't come down the block. That's what we got to do. And that's what we've been on. That's where we stand with it. And shout out to my brother Church for bringing it up, because now they're trying to come up with all these different names, and they're removing names and spinning them around and put Black American, but slide something else in the middle and then put foundational and add another part to it. You can come up with whatever you come up with. If it ain't from us, then it don't mean nothing. And we gonna regulate you all day. I don't care about your feelings. I don't care if it hurts. What I told y'all, delineation is not the nice business. It's the hurt business. They feelings is gonna get hurt in the process, whether they like it or love it. They better respect it, because they damn sure can't check it. But we will proceed to give y'all what y'all need. Everybody come on up, man. We regulating up in here. If you certified, stand on business. It's FBA against the whole damn world. Come on up, grab this mic, and we're gonna light these people up. Oh, and by the way, this ain't TikTok. You know what I'm saying? They come over here. You know, y'all notice. Y'all seen what happened to Perry. They come up in here. They get G-check and they bounce. They don't go run and make no damn video or no live and say, we got the best of those Black Americans. No, you.
Yeah, we're not playing those games over here. But what I want to
We got
do is we want to let Gorilla, because Gorilla hand was about to fall off because he got something to say, and you better have something to say when you get up here. But before that, before we let you speak, Gorilla, I just wanted to say that it's so crazy that they treat delineation like a threat. It just confirms who's the cat's meow. They know what it is. That's why I don't go back and forth with them. And also, they've been lying for the last umpteenth years, lying, denigrating us, being disrespectful to the point that these disrespectful tethers, they can't even, all of them from the not even just the Africans, they can't even come out and say, could y'all help us? We need y'all help. You know why? Because they first of all, they know that they only need us for when they need us. And they've disrespected us so much that they can't even come out and be genuine and say, we really need foundational Black Americans help. They're not going to ever do that because they rather come out and shame us, disrespect us, dry beg instead of saying, not that we would help them, but they've done so much damage that they can't even come out and be genuine to the fact that they still come out and shame and disrespect us while dry begging for our help. So that's just the funny part about it. But get your behind up here, Gorilla.
Hey, what's up, Black Alpha Nova? How you doing? This is the Black Vanguard. How you doing, Black Alpha Nova?
All good, family. Go ahead.
Oh, I would have unblocked you, Vanguard. You ain't have to come in as Gorilla. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get to this story about AB 515 that just passed. We just the Black Grassroots, the Foundation of Black Americans. I'm kind of busy right now, so I'm gonna be real quick. We just passed the delineation bill called SB 515, which is delineation, that segregation bill. It's supposed to be into effect on January the 1st, 2027. So the Tethers out here in California, they real extremely mad because we have a whole delineation bill that just passed in the state of California. So that's actually a good thing, though. But yeah, they real mad. Also, for y'all that's in California, Texas Solar is gonna be this Saturday. The California Legislative Black Caucus is gonna be out there on Saturday, and we gonna disrupt the whole event just like they had the Urban League event out here today. We actually I couldn't make it to that event because I was real busy though. But I got more I got to say though. But Natural T, I'm gonna get back on my main page though. I'm listening to my main page though.
Oh yeah, no, I'll block you so you could come in and get off of this page because I was about to give you that work. Okay, go ahead.
Let me touch on something real quick that our brother Black Alpha was just talking on. You know, especially when it comes down to the African Scottish and the redheads and the blue devils, the purple leprechauns, all these folks. I want to make sure that we get in our minds to adopt the so what type of mentality. Because every time you got somebody coming out thinking that they're close to us or, oh, we share the same type of struggle because they got red damn hair. All the folks that just open their arms and accept these people with loving arms, they got what I call the lost puppy syndrome. They're just so happy to see anybody addressing us, just so happy to let everybody and anybody on in. So we really need to adopt that so what narrative. Oh, you indigenous? Oh, but you're indigenous Mexican? So what? It's not the same thing. If it don't have nothing to do with foundational Black Americans in this country, it's so what? No matter what you bring up, no matter what history you bring, no matter what you say, we know exactly what it is right here. And at the end of the day, it's so what? That's what we need to do. Back to you, my brother. I'm sorry.
Oh, home run, brother. Home run. And you've been covering that for the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Really, really seeing it for what it was, which was BS, and exposing it real lifetime. This is what they do, fam. We done shut every single door. So now these folks is out here trying to go through windows. Man, this is pathetic. I don't know about y'all, but I'm sorry. There's nothing more pathetic than a damn tether. I mean, imagine every day waking up thinking about somebody that isn't yourself. Why your homeland's in ruins. We're not dealing with people who are obsessed with Black Americans and they actually have a homeland that's functioning. No, 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 no. You're worried about Black Americans and your homeland is in the dirt. So you ain't got no business worrying about what the next man is doing, but you do every single day. You're out here, your tether men are stalking Black American men. Our foundational Black American sisters are checking their grown men. If you ever want to see the functionality of a country or continent, look at the state of where their men are. Look at their men. We'll get to Mrs. Fufu and Mrs. Joloff in a minute because their hairlines is doing the electric slide as well. But we'll get to that in a second. Y'all want to know why these people are so down bad? Look at their men. Their men don't have no pride, no power. You're felling in your homeland. You're felling everywhere you go. You're coming over here and you're getting mad because our sisters be checking you. I didn't see my sister Natural check some damn tethers, and these people leave and never come back. They delete their damn account. Why y'all think tethers are always so mad at Black American women? Because Black American women are stronger than tether men. I'm just being honest. You can look at the statistics, look at the dates, look at the data, look at historically. Look at who has fought white supremacy. You will find more Black American women within our lineage than the whole goddamn continent of Africa. And then you can sprinkle in the West Indies, Caribbean, and all them as well. They don't have no history of that. Go look at anybody who's fought supremacy. Black American women were fighting supremacy since day one, and African men right now are still trying to get dates with Chad and Brad. Okay. So, what do you think about these individuals? And are you shocked that their homelands are exactly where they are and why they making trauma dumping spaces about foundationals? Man, listen, it's FBA versus the world, and I suggest you embrace it. Embrace it, family. Embrace being the people that everybody wants to be, that everybody hating on. It's good because they wouldn't hate you unless you was great. And let me tell you, the hate has been building. It ain't nothing new, y'all. Don't get it tangled, twisted, or up. It ain't nothing new. All this hatred for foundational Black Americans, this been brewing for years. This go back in time because let them tell you we did not know what was happening in America. Y'all know what was happening in America because you've been running around here acting like you Black Americans. Don't tell me you don't understand what's been going on. See, Africans, they'll always hit you with the we don't know. We didn't know that there was slavery. I did not know that I was Black. So, family, wait a minute. They didn't know that they were Black, but they knew what a white colonizer looks like. So you knew what white was, but you didn't know what Black was. Now you may not have wanted to be Black, but you knew they identified you as a Black person. All right. But guess what? You didn't like being Black then. You don't like being Black now. So when we tell you you ain't Black, don't get mad at us. So we tell these individuals, yo, ass ain't Black. You just not, you a melanated individual. Because remember, you wanted to be melanated. You never wanted to be Black. The whole world never wanted to be Black. We were the only people who said that we Black from day one and were proud about it. Everybody else wanted to be everything other than that. This is why you look at cake soap sales, it skyrocket everywhere where you find some damn melanated people. Yeah. So them dark knuckles, dark white community, they getting their wake up call that you can't come into the house of foundational Black Americans, the only real Black people talking that melanated ish. And your damn show can't come around here and say, we all Black, brother. Nope. I'm a Black American. You are a mop melanated other person, and you can get a mop and a dustpan and a broom, and you can start by cleaning up that trashy country that you got where your village resides. But I'll send it to my sister Natural, and then you can spin the hands, my sister.
Oh, thank you. I just actually got back, but yeah, they they spinning their wheels, and that's why they crashing out because see they go over there because that's fun for Tariq to knock them around like that intellectually. Me, I'm not gonna give them my energy, but they are spinning their wheels, and we want to ask you tethers because nobody ever wants to come in these spaces. What is the problem? What is y'all end goal? Because while y'all concentrating on us, like every African YouTuber, you don't know what's going on in their country. You don't know what's going on. If you don't watch the news, you don't know what's going on because every video that they have is about us. What's y'all end goal? That's what I want to know. What is y'all end goal without us? Because again, we ain't helping. Count us out indefinitely. What is y'all end goal? So for the next speaker.
You mind if I go?
Yeah, go ahead, Twiz. I didn't even see you up there. Go ahead, brother.
What's up, Black Alpha? What's up, Natural? What's up with church? Preach, preach. What's up with the family? EJ, I see you, nephew. Yeah, man. As y'all was talking about the gingers and everybody else, y'all had me cracking up, especially with the Scottish point. You know what I mean? Because I'm like them old bagpipe and haggis eating is me. But you know what? I gave the Black Scots a pass. You know why? I gave them a pass because the first thing they did was pay homage to Black America. You know what I'm saying? They paid homage to Black America, and they said they were eating, however they said. So I gave them a lightweight pass a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Either way it goes, Black America first. But the Black Scots, I gave them a little pass a little bit because they was delineating, they was smashing, and they was checking. And first thing they was doing was paying homage to Black America. So hey. You know, I'm not upset with that. They paid, they bent the knee and they gave credit. But yeah, y'all was crazy as hell. Talking about the redheaded Scots, the redhead, they called them ginger. You know what I mean? When they got that nappy red hair, that dark skin and them freckles. Oh my God. Over there in Scotland, they have a ginger day where there's nothing but so many redheads around and you think there was a street full of traffic cones and you know what I'm saying? That's how it look out there. But hey, I just came up here to say everybody, thank y'all, man, for helping support and carrying our brother Black Voltron, man. Help y'all, thank y'all so much for help with the GoFundMe. And thank you, Black Alpha, for help putting that out there on your profile. I just want to say, man, we did that. And to all the people who say this FBA is this or that, the FBA family came together for our fall. And we put him to rest in less than 72 hours. So they can't say it when we got receipts. You know what I'm saying? These is too busy trying just wait for him to say he's a teller. You know what I'm saying? Because they are so paying attention to what we say. So I just came in to say that once again. Thank everybody for our brother Black Voltron. Hey, and I land my plane. Peace.
Let me touch on something you said real quick, family. And I understand where you coming from when you said that you gave the Black Scots a little leeway because they came in first and foremost paying homage to us. But I must then ask a question, because when I first saw this stuff going on, and I do this with everything, with whether it's the redhead situation, whether it's the Scots, whether it's the Black Irish, I sit back and I watch. And the reason why is because they always come in the very same way. They come with enticing your ears. They always start, with the paying the homage situation, right? But then they go on and fabricate a whole goddamn history, and they're telling you this to your face. So if they're lying to your face, are they really paying homage to you, or are they just trying to find a way to get into a situation that you're into? And that's what we've been seeing with the Black Scots. That's what we've been seeing with the Black Irish. God dang it, you got people coming out fabricating whole histories, fabricating their damn accent and everything else, only to find out that they're the very same people that's been watching us go around and check their people. You get what I'm saying? So in a way, I don't really see it as paying homage. I see it as them actually tiptoeing. That, like, you're basically trying to trick us by telling me sweet nothings in my ear. And then, like Alpha said, you go around thinking that just because you're beating these Africans over the head with a bamboo stick, that I'm going to say, oh yeah, let me join in with this bamboo stick too. I'm over here in America like, okay, if you are Black Scottish, what business of that is mine? If you are Black Irish, what business is that of mine? It means nothing to me. It's inconsequential, right? It's one of those situations where I can look at from afar and say, yep, I see the gameplay and I see it coming. You know what I mean? So shout out to you, but I never give these people any leeway because I know there's a con game in there somewhere. That's what scam Africanism has been, and that's what scam Africanism continues to be. And like I said in one of my posts with the Mona Leo situation, they are willing to platform. They are willing to fund anybody who's willing to platform that scam Africanism. So when I see those type of things, all of a sudden there's Black Scottish people out of nowhere. We ain't been seeing you, ain't been hearing about you, nothing like that. All of a sudden there's Black Irish out of nowhere. We ain't been seeing you, ain't been hearing about you, nothing like that. Then I automatically, my antennas go up. But that's just me. But much love, family. EJ, it's on you, fam.
Before EJ go, I wanted to let it go to Charlie Kirk's gums because he hasn't spoke, Sam, and then back to EJ, and then Scooby's mom.
How y'all doing? I'm a girl.
Shout out to you.
I just said
This
Charlie Kirk's gums. I ain't say Charlie Kirk's gums is a girl or a boy.
yes, ma'am. This actually Tampa Bay. Shout out to my new favorite YouTube channel, along with Black Alpha, the Church of Black Power, and the church doors are open. That's my favorite YouTube channel as of right now, along with other brothers. I just want to touch on the fact that these tethers they a disgrace out here. Give me 1 second, cause here comes the anxiety. Yeah, I just got on some tethers today. I used to be the type of person who just loved all Black people, didn't know where they come from, didn't really care. But I had to really realize and pay attention to a lot of things people were telling me about these cockroaches and other people who try to be us so bad to the point that they'll lie about their own history. And now to the point where they get the business just like do, because it's a disgrace. And shout out to brother EJ as well. You don't know how much of an inspiration you are, and how much you're needed inside this community. And I just want to say that. A lot more I wanted to say, but anxiety kicking my ass right now. But just shout out to the whole room, and I'm gonna land there.
Well, thank you for speaking. Don't let your anxiety take over you. Go ahead, Sam, and then you, EJ, and then Scooby's mom.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's a double mute.
What about now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
go
can hear
ahead.
you. We can hear you.
Okay. I didn't get my whole introduction. Anyway, yeah, what's up, FBA family? I'm liking the energy in here. And Black Alpha said something earlier about, and I didn't even think about it, dude. You said that, a lot of this attention that's coming towards FBA from all these other groups is because now their pockets is starting to get hit. And I've been kind of trying to figure that out. What is all these people talking about? FBA is the feds and all this. Oh, you're not indigenous. They just blatantly will lie. They had some guy on some girl on Tariq thing the other day. She talking about some my problem with FBA is FBA are saying that we're African and we're not African. And I'm like, bruh, ain't nobody never said that. You really got to come up here and lie about that though. But I feel like delineation is a real threat to them. They be acting like, you black people, you don't have no power, you can't do nothing, it's all owned by the white man. Well, if that's the case, why is they all in our spaces like that? I think the way they be in here is like we do got some sort of power, and every time we have these type of movements, this empowerment type of movement, with delineation, FBA, which I'm rocking with it, it seemed like black empowerment, like that's supposed to be illegal or something. Like, what are you guys doing linking up? You know what I'm saying? What are you guys doing establishing a community? And even Africans is looking at us like the same way white people look at us, like we're not supposed to be empowering ourselves, like, you know, stuff like that. And then all like how they be trying to Africanize our great icons, like Tupac. I seen some on Twitter the other day. They talking about some. Oh, did you know Tupac is African? Like, bro, they stay trying to Africanize something about us, and I'm liking the delineation movement because now it exposes them. When we ask that question, name us 5 inventors from Africa that has changed the world. You know how they respond to that question? They'll be like, why do you hate Africans so much? Bro, all we did is ask you to name 5 inventors, and your response to that is, why do we hate Africans so much? But that's all I want to say. Say what up to the family. Anxiety kicking my ass too, and I'm gonna go back to listening. And appreciate y'all too, man.
Appreciate you, family. I got to give a shout out to our brother Mikhail because he just sent me something that reminded me exactly what's been going on as well. There are articles going around that's proving that these people have been getting paid. I've already spoke about how the Democrats got their paid flunkies that they're paying on the background in order to push narratives. And I spoke about how the Republicans are doing the same thing. But there is another article that actually came out in 2020 that was speaking about how the Russians was paying the Africans over in, I believe it was South Africa or something like that. But the guy who was actually running it, he was Ghanaian, right? But they were paying these people to spread misinformation and propaganda and spread division amongst us. So when you're saying that, people are they're seeing their funding dissipate, that's what's really happening, family. And the center that they were using out in Africa, they said that it got shut down. And I did a broadcast about this just the other day, when I had to ask the question, do you really think that the center was shut down or was it relocated? The person, they ran up on the guy, the Ghanaian guy, right? And the dude was like, oh, I can, he said, why do you say that you are a Nigerian or something like that? He said, I can say whatever I want to say. I can be whoever I want to be. And then he jumps into his red little Mercedes Benz and drive the hell off, right? And they make sure that you know that this man is making some sort of money. So always understand that these folks, when they're going in circles and circles, you can bring all the scholarship, you can bring all the truth to light, you can bring peer review, you can bring anything and everything from the goddamn Smithsonian, and they will continue to go back to the same talking points because of the fact that they revert back to the talking points that was given to them. That's why these people are being so obtuse. You can say things clear as day, and they want to act like they don't understand a damn thing that you said. No, that is deliberate. That is deliberate. And we see these people in Tariq spaces all the time. Our brother Mikael gave us some names: Apia, Ashia Apia, GT, Reggie, goddamn Bushmeat Barrister. All these people, when you hear them in Tariq spaces, Tariq will give them straight scholarship. He will tell them, he will make it very plain. But then they will go into another talking point that is literally on their paperwork to say. These are those type of people. So that's why my major message for our brother Tariq going on TikTok is to protect your majora, because those folks over there, they 10 times down. You think it's bad over here. When Tariq said that TikTok is 100% worse, it absolutely is because of this situation. And on TikTok, they don't allow you, and it's against their community guidelines, to be a paid influencer by a different like political institution or anything like that. It's against their guidelines. So they won't even tell you that they're being paid in order to spread this type of misinformation. So you got to be very, very discerning, especially in these different platforms. But let's get to our brother whether EJ or Scooby's mom.
It's EJ and then Scooby's mom and then Mikael. Let me say something before Scooby's mom go by. So I don't know if you guys seen that video with ICE and the Caribbean lady, being sassy with the ICE police. So the Tethers was coming at me in the comments because they was like, oh, look what they doing to a black woman. I said, no, she's been confirmed. That's Caribbean. She's not black. I get the, oh, y'all FBAs is losers, y'all this and that. That's another problem they have. They can't dump their criminality on us because I'm in the comments saying she's Caribbean. I didn't say anything disrespectful, but she's not a foundational black. Oh, y'all losers. Oh, I should have known you was an FBA. But like Tariq always say, when you're doing something great and magnificent, they make sure that they point out, oh, Jamaicans doing it big. Oh, Africans, yeah, Nigerians, that's how we do. But they were upset that I pointed out that she was Caribbean. They can't dump their criminality. They can't sneak in. They can't remix because now they under Black America. Okay. Or they try to go under African American. Okay. So is Elon Musk. Now they under Black American. Like, okay, yeah, go ahead. But we're foundational Black Americans. No matter what they do, they cannot remix it and they are just scrambling. So go ahead, Scooby's mom, and then to you, Macau.
Can I just say something before she goes? I got to give a special shout out to all the ICE agents for knocking the pinto beads and the pinata candy out of these border bouncers. I don't know if y'all seen that video. That white cop, punching. He had the strength of all those Viking warriors from Game of Thrones. He knocked the pinata candy out of Pedro. So shout out to that white man for doing something for America. Making America great again by smacking these border bouncers up one punch at a time. You know, but with that being said, I land my plane once again. Keep smacking them up with the pinata.
Okay, my turn. Y'all be cracking me up. So I want to shout out to Sister Natural, because one thing you said, and I was like, that's what I'm talking about. When you said these tether, when they always ask what's our end goal, and you said, what's your end goal? Exactly. What is your end goal? Because you want to know what we doing so bad, but we already know. We know the answer to that. We know what they trying to do. And that it kills me because they get so mad. They always trying to say somebody is our leader. And that's what, and the thing is, we know what happens when we have leaders. We don't have a leader. You know, the code is our leader. We all own code. We don't need a leader. And that's another thing that pisses them off, because they always know that everybody knows that when you want to take down some sort of group, you go for the leader, you discourage everybody else. We don't have a leader. We don't need a leader. The lineage is it. That's just what it is. And they want to be a part of it so freaking bad. And I feel like it seems like they really trying to, like, another thing, Sister Natural, you said was that they want to take our place, or they kill me when they act like we're trying to make us un-American, like, oh, you're not real Americans. But yet, how you gonna come over here from another country and talking about you a African American, or you a Nigerian American, you some sort of American? You can't be an American without us. So how that doesn't make sense for us to not be Americans. And you're not you. And I was watching some video of some girl. I don't know if they're trying to use reverse psychology. This is how dumb they are. This girl, she started off her little video, and then she tried to say something about, I have a country to go to. And I'm thinking, well, then go there. Why are you not there? And that's not a flex, because guess what? Yeah, you have a country to go to, but you ain't going. You trying to stay here. What you're really saying is you're scared, you're nervous, and you're afraid that you finna get sent back, and we can't go nowhere. And that's their doggone problem. They are such freaking haters. They hate on us so bad. And I cannot stand that freaking bushmeat barrister every time Tariq lets him up. But I will say, I listened to one of his spaces he did earlier, and he was roasting him, and he was talking about when somebody gonna send him a picture. He said, I'm gonna get a picture of you, bushmeat. And he said, and when I do, I'm gonna hold a space, and it's gonna go all day long. And I was like, ooh, when he do, I need to be up in there, because it's gonna be a whole day full of bushmeat roasting all day long. And I can't wait to
So
see it. I'm sorry.
somebody sent me an email today of a picture that they said they have almost 100% confirmed is Bushmeat Barrister. No lie. And family, it's Tether all damn day. So that's an exclusive shout out to the individual who sent that email to me. If you're listening right now, you know who you are. And I might have to drop it. You know what I'm saying? So we can go ahead and get our roast on. I'm just saying. But yeah, Tethers can't run, they can't
Please
hide.
do.
Please do. All right. Well, I'm a man of the people. I can't call myself the FBA people's champ and not hold down the people. So fam,
Well, dude, I want to throw. I just ate, brother. You might want to say that
It'd be
for
nice.
a
Hey,
different space.
Black
real
Alpha,
quick,
Black Alpha. It'd be
real
nice if you could send him a link to get in the room. Then we could run his ass down, because I got a problem with barbecue, with beef jerky barrister, man. He spoke ill of Black Voltron, so yeah, I
I was
want to
just
run
about to
that
say that.
cocksucker
Yep.
down, man. Yeah, I want to run beef
okay.
jerky down, man.
Okay. Matter of
also,
fact, any tethers that y'all see or any tethers out there, because y'all know that this ain't TikTok. You ain't gonna come up in here just talking reckless and then go make a video about it. Only video you gonna make is one how FBA ran your ass out the paint when you come up in here. Any little tethers out there that's listening, come on up. If y'all know a tether, tag a tether. Let's go ahead and get the tether slaying in here, fam. Because I'm all for it. I got time today, got time all the way. So no, and nobody will disrespect our
They got
good
time
brother.
and energy. They got time and energy. You know what I'm saying?
real quick, uh, Bushmeat said that Jason Black knows what he looks like. I'm gonna tell you this. So do I, because he might not remember, but he was talking so greasy. Jason Black never really when you call in on Zoom, he usually never put your face on the screen. But he was talking so greasy. There's videos of Jason Black's broadcast with that man's face on the screen. So he's a light-skinned dude, and if that's the picture you got, then we can
And don't
confirm
let them
that.
be in the dark.
Church. Wait, whoa, church, you're on to something, brother. The dots is starting to connect, family. I believe we talking about the same person. Matter of fact, church, check your DM, brother.
Yes, sir.
Post them receipts. Post them receipts.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Hey, I'm
That
y'all about
that'll
to make
bring
all the
their
start
asses in
squatters in
here.
here.
I have to unblock them because I got bush meat and a peer block.
shout out to y'all, man.
Leave Papaya alone. You know he's trying to make a hard a living. You know, Ubering. You know, let him
Apaya,
do his
hey,
job, Sister
EJ,
Natalie.
Apaya gets no pass. Apaya gets no pass.
Hey, I
I'm
got a person
FBA
for y'all
family.
right
No
now that y'all might not
mercy.
even know about.
Strike first, strike hard. No mercy.
Hey, shout out to my brother Voltron. There was a person a long time ago. This dusty ass tether. I could smell his must through the goddamn space. His name was Rungba. And
Yep,
shout out to
ring
my
back.
brother
Yep.
Voltron. Yeah, shout out. Y'all go check it. It's on the Black Ops Network.
Just
My
with the
brother
fuck.
Voltron
Just with
ran
the
his
fuck you,
ass
Black Athlete.
out
Yep,
the
I
way.
remember.
You remember him, brother? Yeah.
Yep.
Shout out to Voltron. Voltron checked him all day. But fam, let's get to the new speakers. I want to get to the hands. Anybody want to come on up? Come on up, church. Check your DM. Natural, check your DM. Because FBA always wins and Tethers can't swim. Natural, I don't know who is next, sister, but I'll toss it to you.
Okay, so I just wanted to piggyback off of what Scooby's mom said about the leader. That's another reason they crashing out because they can't make Tariq a leader. They don't know where to go. Who's the leader? Who do we blame? They can't blame anyone. They can't attack just one of us, and that's another reason they're crashing out because what they really want to do is discredit Tariq. And the crazy thing about these tethers is they think if Tariq ever said today that he's just going to step away from this grassroots movement as if this thing ain't going to still keep going on. That's the crazy delusional part. So I hope y'all listening. No matter how much y'all attack Tariq, try to make him a leader, if Tariq walked away today, it'd probably be worse. Because from me, my personal opinion, Tariq is way nicer than any of us are to them. And he shows them way more respect than any of us do. So if anything, y'all want to keep Tariq around because if Tariq ever stepped away, you think we be having our foot on y'all neck now? It's gonna be worse for y'all asses. Y'all better thank Tariq instead of thanking a union member. Y'all better thank Tariq for being around.
Let me say this as well about my brother Tariq. Okay, see, a lot of these Tariq haters out there be hating on this man, and they don't know Tariq. I met Tariq multiple times. I know Tariq. Tariq is the same certified, solid brother that you see right here. He's the same person in real life, and that's what Tethers don't like. Tethers don't like the fact that they gotta be different folks when them white people come around. They be talking all that tough. As soon as Mayo come knocking in, they start saying, "Oh yeah, so the black man did it. It was the black folks. It was the black Americans." They don't like the fact that my brother Tariq, he keeps it principle, he keeps it business, and he stays focused on the objective. They don't have no objective other than stealing from us, taking from us, and copying. So people who don't have a backbone, all of the damn tethers out there, they don't like black American men who stand on black American business and have principle like my brother Tariq has. And they cannot stand a black American woman who is more solid, more certified, and don't take no SHIT. They don't like that because remember, everything that we are is everything that they ain't. And they know that better than we know it, okay? Because they're the ones who lack. So they'll run around here all damn day long, family, with all these spaces and all that hate that they be trying to push out there, but they only hating because every time they look in that damn mirror, they wish Tariq Nasheed was looking back at them. They wish a Black Alpha, they wish a Natural, they wish a church was looking back at them. But what they see in that mirror every day is a dusty, broke down, bootleg, bottom feeding tether, and they can't stand it. Tethers deep down inside, y'all, they hate them damn selves. They want to be white. And then if they can't be white, they want to be a black American. And since they can't be white or black American, next thing you know, they live in that damn misery. So basically, we dealing with a bunch of defeated people. Your homeland's defeated, your hairline's defeated, your forehead's defeated, and you can never be foundational black Americans. So you just got to accept it. And we are the generation that not only says it, but we let them be known that we see all of their traps, all of their tricks, all their tactics, and none of that stuff is working. And the only thing they got right now is deportation. That's it. The only thing they got right now is going back home. The jig is up. They done been canceled, and now they got to send their back on home. Church, check your DM, family. But let's get to some of the new speakers. I want to spin their hands all the way around. We'll go to Cotton Club, then we'll go to my brother Sage.
Brother Black Alpha, Brother Church, Miss Sister Natural. What's up with y'all, family? Man, y'all hitting it right on the money, man. You know, what we're dealing with these people, man, it's a straight psyop. You know, we're dealing with COINTELPRO counterintelligence with these people. I've been listening to those TikTok spaces, and the talking points are all the same. And you know, if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck, man. These people are working for the government. Like Brother Church said, there's already been proof that these people have been gotten together, given a handbook, and they're trying to basically muddy the water. They're trying to create fraudulent grassroots movements so they can infiltrate this FBA movement. Everybody in this circle. They're listening. They're trying to find out what makes us tick. They're trying to find a leader. They keep attacking Tyreek. They keep coming for other people. But at the end of the day, all these tethers can do is try to leech onto us. If they can't leech onto us, they're going to wither and die. And right now, they're fighting for their life. If you listen to these people, you can hear the fear in their voices. They're fighting for their life. All they want to do is attach themselves to Black Americans. If it's not the Africans, it's the Caribbeans. If it's not the Caribbeans, it's the Hispanics. All their talking points are sounding the same. So that lets us know that we're on our focus, we're on our pivot. All we have to do, if they swing, just duck and hit them with a haymaker. Every time they come, we keep giving them things that they can't handle. That's why you hear their talking points starting to wither. So everybody knows that we're doing the right thing. Shout out to everybody for holding the front line. Don't let these people get into your head. Right now, it's a psyop. They're just trying to repeat the same things to make us doubt ourselves. We all know who we are. We know where we come from. Stand your ground and keep letting these tethers take those haymakers. Shout out to everybody in the circle. Peace.
Thank you for speaking. Thank you. So we're gonna go to EJ. Go ahead, EJ. And who did I just bring in here?
Black Native.
Oh yeah, Black Native. Okay, go ahead, EJ.
You can let Sage go then. I just wait.
Go ahead, Black Native.
Hey y'all, good evening, Black Alpha, good evening, Sis, Naturals, Torah, and the church, and EJ and Twizzle. I've been listening, y'all. I just literally got off from work, and y'all been lighting these tethers asses up, and I'm happy about it. I was in Tariq's space because he's been on TikTok. I went open a TikTok account just to get in here and hear him drag these people for Phil, because I wasn't on TikTok. So yeah, they're up in arms literally all day. Like they are so butthurt. Every other video, it's about Tariq. I mean, do they, like you said, they have nothing going for themselves. Their fixation on us is so bad that when you go on YouTube, they literally, all of their YouTube channels, all of the Tethers YouTube channels are about Black Americans and Black American issues, because they don't have nothing else to talk about. Like nobody gives I don't want to curse. Nobody cares what's going on in their homeland. They don't even care what's happening in their homeland. And for the most part, when you hear most of these tethers come up and they be bragging about, back home, they're never there. They are never there. They're always either in Europe somewhere, Asia, in our country, but they are so proud about back home, but they're never back at home. And I'm gonna land with this. It's a couple of videos that I've watched. One of the videos was based, see, I'm from New York. So we wear Timbs, right? So they had a video on Timberlands, and they talking about, yeah, in Britain we've been wearing Timbs, and this is a Tim's commercial, a Timberland boots commercial, and they talking about in Britain they were the ones that started Timbs. If you don't get your look, man, and I've been trying to catch these commercials so I could post them on my Twitter. Then it's another commercial. Now, you know how we dap each other, and especially Black Americans. Y'all got the hand. Y'all be doing all kind of hand gestures, giving each other five and daps. They literally have two Africans doing our daps like they created it. These are commercials. See, their whole agenda, and I've sat in spaces, and I'm not running these dusty down no more. They get no more of my energy, no more of my attention. But I was in a space about 2 years ago, and they had the nerve to say, yeah, we can be better Americans than you Black Americans, and we've come to replace you. They've literally said that out their mouths. So they come in our spaces and they talk about how they're doing so much better than we are in our own homeland. But when you ask them, what have you built? What is the foundation? Is there a school? Is there a hospital? Is there a community? that you actually built on your own, they can't answer. It's crickets. No, what you do is you follow behind. We trying to get you out our face, but every time we move, you following behind us with your dusty suitcase and the raggedy flip flops, following us everywhere we go, and then try to say, "Oh, look at you, is we doing better than you?" How you doing better than us? And you sitting up in our HBCUs that we built? You sitting in the communities that we created? You sitting up there in the hospitals that we damn near invented? All of our innovations are in those hospitals. You have built nothing. So when they say that they're coming to do better or they're doing better, that they know they ain't doing. That's just for some reason they have to try to knock pegs off of us, or try to bring us down, because they know they ain't worth nothing. And so I'll land with this. And another thing, what we gonna do about them stealing all our roles in Hollywood? You got one of them about to play Sammy Davis Jr. That's the dude that played in what was that show, Snowflake or Snowfalls or whatever. He's
We've been boycotting it.
You got another one about to play what's our sister that moved to France back in the early 1900s, Josephine Baker.
Josephine Baker.
And then you got another one about to play Ella Fitzgerald. This is not by coincidence. Whitney Houston, I ain't watched that trash. And they're doing it now. If you really Pan-African and you really care about Black Americans and you care about how we view things and how you care about the so-called diaspora, why are you stealing? Why are you pretending to be our people? Why are you taking all these roles and you know damn well you don't know the history of our people? You got to put on a fake accent to sound like you a Black American. So this, I'm over and I ain't running none of these people down. Look, the jig is up. We see through you. We're closing the doors. We're shutting down shop. And it is what it is. And you're going to like it and you're going to love it and you ain't got to say about it. And I'm going to land on that.
Real quick, shout out to you, Black Native. I just want to address one thing that you said there about the Hollywood situation. Our sister Natural already said what we're doing about it. We're boycotting all of it. We're boycotting anything that has anything to do with foundational Black Americans, but don't have any foundational Black Americans leading the roles. That's just what it is. And this is one of the reasons why our brother Brian Coogler, when he did Sinners, that became one of the biggest movies in the country, because people are tired of seeing the same old narratives. People are tired of seeing people who don't represent us representing us. And as long as we keep on doing that, I guarantee you Hollywood is going to have to make a change. We forced Hollywood to change the way they actually did things in the 90s and things like that. Bill Cosby was the person who forced them to change the way that, they perceived Black Americans to be when he came with the Cosby Show and then A Different World. Then in order to be successful at that time, they had to create more shows that are geared around that type of framing, right? And so the more that we shut down these nonsensical movies, these narratives that these folks are trying to bring to us, making sure that they go out of a business, making sure that they're not making any money off of those movies, they're going to have to turn around and do movies with the people who actually represent the people that they're trying to show. Or they're going to end up losing their studios. Look, right now, you're seeing goddamn Disney having to shut down Hulu. You think that that's just because the people were mad that, Jimmy Kimmel got, taken off the air for a little bit? No, it's because people has been literally unsubscribing from Disney Plus, unsubscribing for Hulu for a while now, because there's nothing good to watch. There is nothing that really represents anything that we want to see. And so as long as we keep doing that, I guarantee you we won't have any problems. My sister Natural, you have something to say?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna let Mikkel speak, but you absolutely correct. Not only can we crash Hollywood, we can save it at the same time. So let them play around with us if they want, because we will boycott every last one of those films and movies that come out that's not playing a foundational Black American. So go ahead, Mikkel.
Yes, that's exactly what it was. Double me. Greetings, family. Brother Blacks, it's natural. Brother Church, Twizzle, EJ, Scoop, Native, Sage, Noel, rest of the family in the room. So it's about 4:12 here. I'm just finishing work, really, our work. So I just want to offer a different perspective, from outside of the matrix that you guys are in, and and that by default the world is in. I've coined a phrase, and I think we should really study and unpack it, or at least do a deep dive. And it's the tether industrial complex playing out right before our eyes. And this tether industrial complex consists of global tether farms, troll farms. They tried to set up their troll farms on Twitter. And of course, we use supreme strategic strategy to undermine them and to run them over to TikTok. You understand? That tether industrial complex is a byproduct of two sources. It was created by specifically the Democrats. It's been co-opted by the Russians, Wagner, period. You understand? And this is who's funding them. This is how Africans eat. This is about a fifth column that they're using to undermine the US from the inside. I don't know what the Trump administration is doing. They're not as smart as they pretend to be, because they should be on that, period. Or maybe that's why they're so as aggressive. But it's not hit or miss. It's very surgical. And this grassroots movement is the center of gravity. This is why they're asking questions like, well, what is your end game? Right? I'll quote my dear brother and friend, scholar, Mos Def. He said, hip hop is going where we go. He argued essentially that hip hop is not an external force. It's comprised of me, you, and everybody. And it evolves as we evolve, wherever we evolve at. So, and I'll say this and I'll land. One of my quotes or tweets essentially is, where we're going, you can't go. And that's what's driving their fear. And I'll land. Thank you for the opportunity to speak. Love y'all.
Much love to you, my good brother. My sister Natural, who's up next?
We was gonna go to Sage and then EJ and then Twizzle.
All right. Sage is on you, brother. How you doing?
Black first to the family. Can you hear me good?
Yes, sir. Crystal clear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, first of all, peace to you, church. Peace to you, Sister Nat. Brother Black, you already know what time it is. Twizzle, everyone that spoke and gave their voice to the space. Much love to all of you. First, there's a couple of things I want to address. But EJ, I never really got to speak to you since this moment. There was a situation in which where that whatever Dominican dude from like New York, the Bronx, was talking crazy to you. First of all, I want to take time to apologize on behalf of New York. I don't know exactly what that dude was talking about. I don't even know who that dude is, and he does not represent New York, as I'm sure you're aware of. I don't like it when these Latinos get online and start threatening people, because they are not like that in person. So I want you to know that. When you come up here, I will personally, if you do come up here, I will personally see to it that you will not be harmed at all. It ain't doing nothing. Not that you were at all worried about it, but I just want to let you know, when you family, and whatever that dude had, whatever, that's Um, moving on from that, because I hate it when the family gets threatened on some, especially when it comes to Twitter. Moving on from that, I do want to say and give my condolences again to our brother Black Voltron Reloaded. I think Brother Twizzle said that he was already put to rest. If they did put him in the ground, I definitely want to send, my condolences to his family. I know that he loved his family. He loved his daughter so much. He kept on speaking about her every chance he got. So I wanted to put that out there and just let him know that, you know, um, we'll always ride for you. Nothing's gonna change. Like Jason Black said, bury the man, continue to plan. Well, that technically came from John Henry Clark, but you know what I'm saying. So that's what we intend to do. And shout out to the brother, peace be upon him. And unfortunately, now he's an ancestor. Um, Brother Black, I have not spoken with you in a little while, man. I have not spoken with you in a little while. But last time we spoke in private about the term Black American and how dangerous it could be. Now, I believe my sister Natural is from up here. I know my sister Native is from New York as well. In New York, I don't know how it is across the country, but in New York, if you are Caribbean or Trini or whatever, technically on paper, you are a Black American if you are Black. Now, I don't know how it is in Texas. I don't know, but that's always been the danger of just using that word without the um, outlier of foundational. You see, because Trinidadians come darker than me. Even Dominicans come darker than me sometimes. So who are you to say that they're not, a Black American? Now I know what you're saying. You're like, okay, ethnically, yes, I get that, but no one's looking at that on paper. So we need to be very careful with that term Black American. I love the term Sulani that that my brothers make, and I love that they put it out there that you don't have you're not an immigrant if you're Sulan. I love that because that shows a clear distinction of someone that's Haitian and someone that's Sulan. So that's cool. But again, when it comes to specifically just Black American, you have to be very careful with that because there's a lot of people that share our skin tone. No, they are not our ethnic group, but they do share our skin tone. And by them sharing that, they feel that they're entitled to a lot of treatment that we get. People are running around right now speaking about ICE. ICE is not necessarily our problem. Again, to my sister Natural and to my sister Black Native, I don't know. I would never ask you sisters how old you are, but if you sisters were around in the 90s and the 80s, you sisters probably know about stop and frisk that was going on in New York. And that was our damn ICE. Now, where was the protest for that? Where was all of this? Like, where was all this coming together for that? People look at us like, oh, we're supposed to save and then no. Not at all. No, you're not supposed to save anything. You save yourself. You save your household. That's it. All that other, you have to be blacked in America. No, we're not doing all that. We're not going to do that. You don't have to do that. And I want the family to understand that that's not our job to save the damn world. We've done enough. The fact that they can come here, we've saved them. Because again, you can come here and you can go to Eastern Parkway and you can wave all types of Caribbean flags, but you're doing it here. And that's what confuses me about these people because you're getting deported back to a country in which you can't stop waving their flag. So which one is it? You're burning the American flag in America that you don't want to leave, but you love the Mexican flag, but you don't want to go there. Like that doesn't make sense to me. I know I'm not the smartest person walking around, but that does not make sense to me at all. So, no, I do not feel a way for them. I truly hope that whatever's happening in well, we gonna be in for some stuff in New York because this Mamdani dude Trump is going to cut off all federal aid to New York, and maybe that's needed. Maybe it's needed because what they're trying to do here is go against the law. Last time I checked, I got family members that are currently incarcerated. So we're okay with people crossing the border illegally and being given jobs illegally. then my cousins that committed crime, they need to come out of jail because they did something illegally too. So why the switch up? And my issue again, this whole government shutdown, family, I hope we really know what it's about. The whole government shutdown, Hakeem Jeffries, the whole government shutdown that's going on right now is due to the healthcare system. They need to receive healthcare. And the Republicans do not want that. The Democrats want that. The whole government shutdown, Hakeem Jeffries, the whole government shutdown that's going on right now is due to the healthcare system. They want illegals to receive healthcare. And the Republicans do not want that. The Democrats want that. That's what it's really about. It's not about us. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with us at all. But I want you guys to see what they can do when they really want to do it. So when the Democrats want to do something, this is what they can do. Don't ever let them tell us again what they can't do. So when you got people like this Apia dude or what's that Barris that comes around and talks his talk, about quote unquote the culture, let them know what these elected officials are doing now. Because again, they can do whatever they want to do when it comes to what they want to get accomplished. Now, when it comes to standing up for illegals, they'll go out and shut the government down. But when it comes to us in the anti-Black hate crime bill, they won't do that. Don't miss that, family. Please do not miss that. When it comes to illegals receiving health care, they'll shut down the damn government. But when it comes to us receiving an anti-Black hate crime bill, y'all don't need that.
Oh, they'll even get hit with rubber bullets for these illegals.
Absolutely. And that's my thing. Like I truly don't understand how someone can truly advocate for the Democrats today. Roland, I don't understand that. They're just detrimental to our people at this point. We just need to accept that, and it is what it is at this point. I'm not saying that the Republicans are our friends, but these blue people, I'm not going to curse black, these blue people are not our friends as well. And with that, I'm a land family.
Let me touch on something you said real quick, because I'm going to be honest with you. If the Republican Party really wanted to really do the damn thing, they would be bringing cases on every state with sanctuary cities. Why? Because sanctuary cities is unconstitutional. We're supposed to have equal protection under the law. If you're allowing people who are illegals to come into your state and they can do anything under the sun, and you're protecting them from any type of federal officials, but yet when it comes to us, not only are you're working with federal officials, you're locking us up at high rates. You're allowing the police to do any and everything to us with impunity. But yet when it comes down to your precious illegals, you're trying to do everything and anything in order to protect them. That is a violation of the equal protection under the law. So if really the Republicans really wanted to slam down on some stuff and really hammer down on the Democrats, they could, but they're not, because they're the same wings, the different wings on the same bird, the same dirty pigeon. Don't ever forget that, because literally right now is a time where they should have major action with going after these illegals. And everybody who's sitting here, and if you and I love how our brother Sage just spoke about how they're so willing to throw themselves on the bullet when it comes down to these illegals, because right now you have people such as Maxine Waters going to the UN trying to claim human rights violations for these illegals. So yeah, these folks, they're demonic. That's why we call them the Democrats, the straight demon rats, all that. We have all these names for these people because that's exactly what they are. They're very demonic. And just like the Republicans, they're very demonic. But at least the Republicans, they're going to be demonic in your face, and that way you can deal with that accordingly. These demorats will go behind your back and do things for these illegals, go behind your back, which literally with everybody in your community going against them, saying, hey, we don't want our tax dollars going there. We don't approve of this. Look at what they just passed in California. Right now, California literally just passed a bill saying that they're going to be taking people's tax dollars and they're going to be spending it on these illegals and housing them while removing funds from public services like the police, like the fire department. Once again, they're doing the exact same thing when the Palisades burned down. They didn't have the funding in order to deal with that because they put that funding into the illegals. Family, Sage is absolutely correct. These people don't give two nuts about us, but they want us to come and save them. They want us to put ourselves on the line. They want us to be the whipping mule in order to go and save their precious illegals, because at the end of the day, what they think is going to happen, they're going to get a Democrat in office and they're going to give mass amnesty to these people and create a whole new voter base. This is their plan. This is what they've been trying to do. And we threw a monkey wrench in all of that just by delineating, just by telling the Democratic Party, hey, we're not dealing with you if you ain't doing for us. You might as well go and get those illegals to give you their votes. And because they could not do that, the whole damn map went red because we sat it out. The biggest winner of this last election was the Furniture Party that was spearheaded by what? Foundational Black Americans. So trust me, family, I agree with you 100% fold. And we have to look at how deep the rabbit hole goes when it comes down to trying to protect their precious illegals.
Let me add to y'all point real quick for y'all rock, man. Y'all having too much fun without me over here, man. I'm enjoying the show. Yes, my two brothers just made a damn good point. And delineation showed up at the right time, everybody. We got to remember that. Delineation showed up at the right time. To be real with you, Black folks was about 15 minutes away from complete erasure until delineation showed up. And we done stopped, hit that whole U-turn, brought it all the way back. Because let's go there. You want to talk politics, fam? They was giving us all types of Telecrats. Every last one of them. There isn't a Democratic person that's out here talking that black you know what, and they're not a tether. You can start with Barack Obama. You can go to Kamala Harris. You can go to Roland Martin, Ketanji Brown Jackson, even that little White House press secretary, that little, I ain't gonna say her name, but anyway, y'all know who I'm talking about. The chick. She was running around here and she was on that hate shit. So when you start looking at it from that aspect, fam, politically, they was feeding us that. Then when it came to music, they was feeding us that. How many of y'all remember about what, a year and a half ago? Was it 2 years ago? It might be 2 years now. Y'all remember when they had All-Star Weekend and they had the whole Afro Beats thing, and it was the worst rated Afro beat little BS concert ever, and the NBA said, oh, never again. A lot of people don't remember that. See, because Black Americans didn't support it, and we shut that down. That came and went. They gave them the whole All-Star Weekend, and Black folks didn't rock with it, and the ratings were in the sewer. And you ain't heard from Afrobeat since, right? What we do to Busta Rhymes, what we do to Burner Boy, what we do to Flab Joe, you name it, fam. All the tethers that they gave us in the music industry, we shut them all down. And why did we shut them all down, fam? Because we ain't rocking with none of them. It's the same thing we're going to do to all of these movies that they feed us. If it's not Black American, just don't support it. If it ain't Black American, just don't rock with it. And simple as that, you get these people out to pay. One thing about America, which is a savage capitalistic society, money talk, BS walk. You start hitting these people in them pockets, then everything getting shut down. And that's exactly what we did to the Democratic Party. There isn't a tether, an op out there that we haven't shut down. Shout out to my cow. I like that. Tether Industrial Complex. Now, isn't that funny, family? Tether Industrial Complex. What does that abbreviate? Tick. So you mean to tell me these fleas is ticking? Are these ticks fleeing? Goddamn, family, all types of insects running around here. But that's what they've been doing. But when we talk about delineation, when we showed up with this delineation, people got to understand nobody was ready for this. Nobody was ready. It's truly an astronomical anomaly that Black Americans with this type of energy showed up at this precise moment and hit a U-turn. Fam, Barack Obama's still supposed to be here right now talking all that yes we can stuff. Yes, Black Lives Matter is still supposed to be here right now, talking all that all lives matter, we all's one stuff. These people don't exist. Kamala Harris, she's a rap. She making books, ain't nobody buying. Y'all notice right now she getting heckled by a bunch of Palestinians. Look at Conscious Flea, he getting drugged. None of the people that have came at foundational Black Americans have been able to get any type of traction because we have not allowed them to get any type of traction. But if you want to go there, everybody talks about delineation, right? Let's go there, fam. Let's take a step back real quick and let me go ahead and go through this in a historical preference. When you start talking about delineation, everybody knows the godfather of delineation is Dr. Claude Anderson. Dr. Claude Anderson was talking about delineation when folks are still running around here talking about Bill Clinton. Let's be there. When Bill Clinton was playing that damn saxophone, Dr. Claude was talking about delineating then. So when he said delineate, what he did, he came up with a term that he realized there's a lot of confusion. There was a lot of confusion out there by saying, well, Black people, American people, African people. Well, when you say you're an African American, you already know what that means. Anybody can just show up. When someone says they just a Black person, and somebody's going to show up and say, technically, I'm Black. So what Dr. Claude did is he put the term native on there. And then that caused some confusion because native, with that term has already been hijacked by the $2 Tontos. So all Tariq and as well as the other brothers and sisters did was put a more modern specific term on it, foundational, bam, voila, and it done shut everything down. It ain't that difficult, fam. It's just clearing up confusion. It's just clearing up confusion. If you have a term that needs to be specified so these people don't try to get in on it, you got to be it. But let me tell you one thing, don't delineate yourself back into integration. Hear me loud and proud, family. Don't delineate yourself back into integration because a lot of folks want to use terms that's going to walk your right on back to Akon showing up and saying, well, technically, I'm Black. Yep. Or Mr. Mutombo showing up and saying, I'm an African. Or somebody coming here saying, I'm a Black African. Notice they try that I'm foundational and that gets shut down in 2 seconds. They know better. So be very cautious with your terms. Be very precise with your terms. I learned from the master teachers. Let's go to Neely Fuller. Neely Fuller always says you got to have very precise terms, very, very directed so you know what's going on. That's what we're doing. We got our verbiage tight. We canceled every single word that these people came up with that was to our detriment and did not serve us properly. We inserted terms that were more specific. And let me tell you the difference between this generation and the previous generation, brothers and sisters. In this generation, certified foundational Black Americans, everything that we say, we came up with. You want to know the difference? You want to know why we're moving so fast and so strong and we whooping everybody's ass? It's because every single thing that we say came from us. There's a difference between classification and identification. Remember, y'all, classification is somebody naming you. Identification is you naming your damn self. So we got rid of all those terms. How many were there? Fam, y'all tell me right now. If I'm forgetting some, y'all let me know. What, African American, minority, people of color? Remember they was throwing out BIPOC? Y'all remember that one? Uh-huh. All these different terms that they was coming up with, fam, slogans. We done delineated from slogans. Delineation, fam, you got to delineate from everything. It ain't just a bunch of musty ass tethers, fam. You got to delineate from words. You got to delineate from terms, from political parties. Anything that is not to the best interest of our community, delineate from it, fam. I always tell people it's all about delineation, regulation, reparations. Separate from all that, fam, and you good. So the reason why we moving so strong right now is that we came up with terms and we use them interchangeably. We use them interchangeably. We know how to use the proper term in the proper setting. This little thing where I got my favorite term, and if you don't like it, I'm mad at you. Well, you ain't got more than 100 followers on TikTok, and you ain't got 100 followers on Twitter, so I don't know you. Okay, let me tell you something, fam. I only talk to people who go platinum. If your ass went triple plastic, I don't know you. Get a number, get in line, and be quiet. We out here moving with terms that empower us, terms that we came up with. The feuding and the fighting, that's a waste of time. That's just for a bunch of bust cockroaches, family. We kings and queens. We know what works and we doing what's working. Anybody who tells you anything other than that is somebody who, quite frankly, is just a dud. And we don't need none of them people around us. So let's continue to push the way we've been pushing and using terms that actually focus on the community. And you can start with delineating on anybody or anything that ain't rocking with the family. But let's go through the hands. I'll send it to my sister Natural. And I'm going to get some of these new speakers up here and whatnot so we keep the energy flowing and everything. But if y'all want to rock, come on up and rock. But let's keep it certified. Go ahead, my sister.
Yeah, and we're gonna let Angelic because I didn't see her because her and Cotton Club was waiting, so we're gonna get them before EJ. But I just wanted to say, and that's why it's necessary for us to have these tether war briefings. And what I'm tired of hearing this same talking point about it's not about black and white, it's about human rights. Ain't nobody trying to hear that because black folks' human rights have been violated and they're continuously being violated daily. I don't see the Democrats, I don't see diaspora out there, no outcry of our human rights being violated. So I ain't trying to hear it's about human rights trying to get us out there. We ain't coming. We're not coming. And that's why we have to have these war briefings because they're trying to wear us down. That's why I don't go back and forth with them. They know exactly what they're doing, but we're not coming. Go ahead, Angelic.
Hi, can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am. How you doing, sister?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Blessed and highly favored. You know how it go.
Right. I just want to make sure I say hi. Naturally, Torah. Church, hello, just spoke to you, Brother Black Alpha, Queen Alpha. I hope you're doing well, sister. There's some other ones down there that didn't speak. I'm still gonna shout them out anyway. Arthur Watkins, like to say hello to him. I hope he's listening. I believe I saw Black Truth United. I saw Rose City down there as well. I want to shout out to him. He's one of my mutuals. And so this is what I wanted to say. So I was listening to Tariq Space on this app the other night. It was early in the morning. Um, these people can't even talk. Like they literally cannot even talk to us, family. Like, okay, so the first one that I heard, I don't even know where she was from, actually. She couldn't even really speak English. She could barely talk. She could not even speak English. But she knew profanity, though. She knew how to drop F bombs where she needed to. She said that she dropped the F so many times. She said that perfectly, but could not speak English. She couldn't even speak English. And she was in here trying to talk to us, trying to talk to Tariq, trying to tell him something, trying to debate with him, couldn't speak English. Then there was this other one, and I think he was one of the regulars that calls up there or whatever. He's from the UK. He in there trying to talk. He's in there trying to debate with Tariq, trying to sound all hard, sound like Peppa Pig. And he's in there talking. And then there was another one that came there, and I don't even know where he was. I don't even know. It sounded like he was over here. He might have been an anchor baby. I'm not sure what his lineage was. He sounded like he was white because he was. Tariq was saying he had some stuff about Charlie Kirk. One of the other people in the family that were getting at him were talking about he had some stuff for Charlie Kirk on his page. And he was saying that, oh, I've called before, but I have a stutter, so and he sounded like he was okay at first, but then once the Tariq and the family started getting on him, that stutter popped up. Now, I used to be a special ed teacher, so I have an affinity for people who have speech impairments and things like that. But I'm like, damn him. He was like when the family was getting on him, he started stuttering and stammering. He was for what I was saying as far as reparations, where were y'all gonna get it from? And the family started getting on him. That stutter came out. I'm just saying, family. I'm just gonna leave it here. These people, not only can they not speak to us, because first of all, I don't know why they literally think we're listening to them, but number two, they literally cannot speak to us. So I'm just gonna leave it there. Thank you for letting me come up.
Shout out to you, sister. I'm gonna be honest with you. Anytime somebody say, "Well, where are we gonna get it from?" Immediately cut them off. Immediately cut them off. We're done here. We're done here. In
Done.
the same place that U.S. aid got those billions of dollars to do all kind of frivolous stuff all across the world. The same place where you guys are spending millions upon billions of dollars for a bunch of illegals. The same place where you're getting all the funding in order to put behind all these influencers to try to come into our spaces and combat our narrative. If you guys would just take all that money and give it to the people who are owed, you would be in a good position. Really, you sound stupid by asking that question. Where are we going to get the money from? You're not asking about where are we getting the money to fund these wars. You're not asking. Where are we getting the money to fund all of these countries who are at war with other countries that has nothing to do with us? You're not asking any of these questions. To be honest with you, even if you had a good point when saying, oh, you might topple the economy, god dang it, the government, the Congress is able to coin the dollar and regulate the value thereof. That's what the Constitution states. So Congress is able to create as much money as they need to. As much money as they need to. Our brother Greg Marcel Dixon brings this up all the damn time. It happened. What happened with that? We was able to, all of Americans was given a certain amount of money, and all that money was forgiven. You look at just the Justice Fund, all the people that draws from the Justice Fund. We don't have to explain to these people where the money's going to come from because they already know. That's one of those obtuse talking points that I know for certain has to come from one of these 3-letter organizations or one of these goddamn troll farms. All of these are the very same talking points. It doesn't change. It always go back to the very same thing because guess what? These are the same talking points of the Nabisco. The Nabisco's been running around here using these talking points before the Tethers was using it. And so now the Tethers are using the same talking point as the Nabiscos, not understanding that we've been dealing with the Nabiscos with these talking points. What make you think that you can come here and use the same talking points and get some sort of traction? Right now, what you're looking like is a damn fool. And I'm not going to argue with a damn fool because my grandpa, my mama, my grandmother, my father, they all told me that you can come the same damn thing several times over when they see me going overly passionate with somebody who's deliberately being obtuse or being ignorant. They say from afar, you can't tell who the idiot is. My sister Natural, who we got up next?
We got Cotton Club up next, and then we gonna bring in Top Boss.
Thank you. I appreciate you. I already went, but I just want to add to something that Black Alpha said. He said, you know, about us, FBA's escaping permanent ethnic cleansing and how this movement, this FBA movement came at the right time. He couldn't have said it no better. You know, it's very important that we understand no matter what city you look at, they're burying us with tethers. If you look at New York, it's Tether Central. If you look at LA and California, it's Tether Central. They even sending a lot of tethers down south, you know, to places like Georgia, Atlanta. Atlanta ain't even Atlanta no more. It's nothing but tethers down there. So even in, I got cousins in North Carolina and South Carolina. They telling me it's nothing but tethers down there. So if we look, man, the military strategy is water them in, feed them in and bury us. So it's important that we have these type of circles where we understand strategy, and right now the strategy is burying us. So like brother Black Alpha said, it's a good time that we came up with this FBA movement so we could delineate and fight for survival and strategize against it because this stuff is getting out of hand, man. Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
One more thing. I'm glad you said that, and I'm glad you brought that up. Shout out to you, Cotton, for saying that. Because when you look at what's happening in Atlanta right now, and our brother just said Atlanta is what? It's turned into a den full of tethers, right? Now you look at what Atlanta's talking about doing with the reparation situation, but they're not being specific and talking about the descendants of American slaves. They're talking about people who it's a descendants of those impacted by harm. So you got to be very, very careful with these folks, because this is what they're doing. They're using the messed up wording, like our brother Nilly Fuller Jr. was saying, and our brother Black Alpha just mentioned. Nilly Fuller was talking about we got to use very precise wording. They're using very deliberate wording to make sure that you think that they're talking about you, but they're not talking about you. And then they turned around and made it very clear when the news interviewed them. They were like, oh no, we're not talking about any type of cash payments, but we're talking about down payments for housing, and we can do programs, but all of these things are supposed to be pulled and drawn from the same social programs that they already have. So basically what they're saying is they're implementing another social program. That isn't reparations. So I'm glad that you brought that up, my brother Cotton, because that is a major thing going on right now in Atlanta. Alpha, you want to touch on that?
Man, you already know, brother. You was feeling my energy, dog, because I was ready to go. Family, that's an absolute 100% great point. Let me also add what went on in Atlanta. Remember, y'all, I was one at the reparations task force hearing in Fulton County. Check out my speech. It was all out there, went viral. It's all on the channel. Check out my speech when I went there. Y'all remember that Jamaican lady that started spazzing out on all the Black Americans about a year and a half ago when she was talking about bumper clot and all that stuff? She was tripping, right? Because she had somebody, her kid was up there, some nonsense, some tether. She was up there running her mouth. And the brothers and sisters, they were like, hold up, wait a minute now. We keeping this lineage. What you talking about? And then she spazzed out and was talking about some, y'all don't like us anyway. The Jamaican accent came out. Y'all notice when they be cosplaying us, they be talking all precise or trying to. They be like, well, my name is Carl and da da da. And as soon as you start checking them, Carl turned into Mutombo. Karen, she turned into Fufu. Then you start to hear that real accent. They don't like the fact that we hear that accent. Anyway, she was talking all that prim and proper. And then when brothers and sisters started checking her, then that Jamaican came out. That same Jamaican we already knew. I met her a year before she spazzed out when I went to go give that speech out there in Fulton County. And when I seen her, the first thing she said was, oh, y'all FBA? She said, I thought y'all didn't like us. And then she goes into this real friendly, diddly, windly thing. She was trying to act real nice, real cool with us. Fast forward a year later, she's out there running her mouth and she's turning into Mrs. Bumbleclot. And goes to what my brother Church was saying earlier. They always gonna come with some sweet nothings. I did not believe her when she was talking that nice stuff when I was there. I did not believe her that she was really an ally or friend. I did not really believe her that she was talking real business, because there ain't no business, because yo is Jamaican. What the hell are you on my reparations panel for? That's unforgivable. Fam, let me tell you something. It ain't just about what these people say, it's where they're at. I don't give a damn if you say, I love Black Americans, I love foundationals, I love freedmen, I love the Black American heritage flag. Yep, and you better love it off my damn reparations panel, because that does not concern you. So whatever they running with their mouth is one thing, but where they are present tells you it all. They place these people strategically where we're at. So I knew that lady was nothing but a bum tether fraud. I knew it when I seen her. And when I seen her 2 years ago, she was acting nice to Black Alpha, talking about, oh, let me get your number and come on your show. I said, how about hell no? And how about you a tether and you get off our panel? A year later, some brothers and sisters checked her. Boom. And let me also add this about the reparations task force out there in Atlanta. Y'all know why they got a whole new goddamn staff? It's because brothers and sisters exposed the whole last staff. So they went back and they changed it up, and now it's all names and faces. They done flipped around. When I went there, I shut it down. I was the one who went there and I was talking to the whole panel, and I was like, y'all gonna have to pass these damn reparations for Black Americans, because when I got here, I seen a bunch of homeless Black Americans in the streets. I was the one who went there and said, we stand in solidarity with our brothers and sisters in Chicago and California and New York. I was the one who got there and said, FBA South got something to say. Shout out to Andre 3000. And I was the one representing, waving that damn flag full time. And I was letting them know that you ain't gonna separate us. We'll go on with our brothers and sisters on the East Coast. That go on with us down here in the South. We'll go on in the Midwest. That goes on with us in the South, and the West Coast is all there. So when I say FBA South got something to say, you damn right. Because what they're trying to do now, fam, is they are trying to take away the South. When we talk about Atlanta, I just gave you the whole task force. They done try to flip, flop, and twist. And by the way, the task force in Atlanta, they had that mixed lady on there where she was running around telling you she wasn't no damn Black American. They had the Jamaican on there. They had Democratic Shields on there. A lot of the N-Cobra people were on there. Matter of fact, I checked that damn N-Cobra dude live in the living color. Shout out to my brother EJ. He was there. My other brother EJ. I got two EJs. They both from Georgia. Shout out to the whole family. I checked the N-Cobra guy. The Democratic Shields were there. And when I went and gave the speech, I want everybody to go look at it. It's on my page. It's the first thing you're going to see. It's the pinned tweet. They had a big camera or a big platform jumbotron. And guess who was on the jumbotron? A white woman. A damn, she's talking and she's trying to basically, conduct the whole conversation. And when I was talking, I wasn't even looking at the panel. I was looking up at her. And if y'all notice, when I start getting real and I'm dropping them facts, she starts looking at everything other than me. She was running. So that's the reparations task force out there in Fulton County. They done try to remodel the whole damn thing now, fam, because brothers and sisters is onto it. You had them to everybody but us. That's why I say, fam, it's about where you are. It's not going to be people talking on foundational Black Americans, but ain't a foundational Black American in the room. Them days are over. And speaking of them doing that, this is another thing that I'm the one who unearthed this summer going on in Atlanta. Remember that Queen Atua chick? What about that sixth region stuff going on out there in Africa? Y'all remember Black Alpha Network is the one who destroyed their fake narrative and blew the lid and the hinges off of that story, that Queen Atua chick was strategically placed right here in the United States of America by who? By Barack Obama, because she was getting medals of freedom and all these things from Barack. And where she located at? Right there in Atlanta. And then guess what else Black Alpha ended up discovering and ended up giving y'all the breaking news about? She also is writing little laws with the politicians in Atlanta. This woman is not even a politician, but she's writing laws in Atlanta that a lot of the Democrats are pushing through. And what is the main focus? African affairs in the city of Atlanta, Georgia. Fam, they done try to infiltrate the ATL, something crazy. You feel me? And I do more for Atlanta than a lot of folks who claim to be from Atlanta or are from Atlanta and they just bums. Because I represent the whole state of Georgia. And I'm telling you right now, as a Georgia man, these people out here trying to take away what foundational Black Americans have created in this great state, and I ain't going for it. So that's why I tell everybody, and I'll continue to say it, and it ain't just about Georgia. It's North Carolina, South Carolina, it's Alabama, Arkansas, it's Louisiana, it's Texas, it's Florida, it's Tennessee, it's Kentucky. I'm talking about the whole South. FBA South got something to say. And I'm gonna tell you what that something is. It's called delineation, regulation. So the games that they try to play on us, they're not gonna do in the South. Because remember, y'all, if they take the South from foundational Black Americans, you can cancel it. You can sit here and argue with Tethers all goddamn day long, back and forth. But when they start placing Tethers in the deep South, you got a problem. Because everybody knows our motherland ain't no damn Africa. Our motherland is the South in the United States of America. So don't think for one second that these folks ain't sitting there trying to put all of these people in the dirty South, because that's exactly what they're doing. Y'all just seen what happened out there in Louisiana. Y'all seen, was it New Orleans? Y'all seen they out there getting straight up folks born in Mexico. They doing it on purpose, fam. Don't forget, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. While these people out here feuding and fighting about a bunch of, don't forget for one second, fam. 3 years ago, we was all talking about how these people want to take the South. Don't sit here and focus so much on all these other places and you forget they're going to try to run that on the South, family. And the South can't go nowhere. And there ain't too many activists who really standing on business down here. I'm number one. And I can say my brother Marcel, who live about 30 minutes from me, and I got some riders too. But I'm telling you right now, FBA South all in the building, here to stay, got something to say. Stay, got something to say. So while we looking at Chicago, much love. While we looking at New York, much love. We looked at all them ICE protests going on way the hell out there in California, much love. But you better focus on the South as well, because you're seeing what they've been trying to do with the demographics and the populations in Atlanta. You already know what they're trying to do right there in Louisiana. And by the way, what happened right in my hood of Savannah? Y'all remember all them Koreans that got hit at that damn Hyundai place? Oh, they everywhere, family. They everywhere. So while we sitting here regulating and G-checking, I'm gonna need everybody to also keep that spotlight on the South, because it ain't just a bunch of Billy Bobs down here. Billy Bobs are trying to go get some Mutombos, and we're gonna have to G-check every last one of them in the process.
Hey, family, I just wanted to say every time I think about delineation and how we really shut shit down with delineation, we shut it down so bad. Like, we literally, everything going on around us is crashing because of delineation, because we sat home and chose the couch. Now, I wanted to tell Cotton, now, when Trump was campaigning, they were saying that, I'm down here in Charlotte, North Carolina, they were saying that we have 54 sanctuary cities here, and he promised that he was going to come and clean it up. Well, I just seen here, because you were saying, Cotton, you spoke to people in North Carolina, I just seen Monday that they're supposed to be sending the National Guard here. So I don't know what's going to happen with that, but delineation, everything going on around it, we chilling. We sitting here chilling. Everything that's crashing and going on around us is because we chose the couch and because delineation, and people don't know what to do. And I love it. I love every minute of it. And the next person was Top Boss. Your speakers off top.
Go ahead, Top Boss. I think they dropped. You got, come on back up. Come on back up before we go to the next speaker. And yeah, we'll bring Top Boss back on up. So if you're listening, come on up. Before we go to the next speaker, shout out to what my sister Natural just said. That's a damn good point. Everybody look now at what Trump's doing with a lot of these different sanctuary cities. I believe I told everybody about a month ago that a lot of these National Guards and places, they was really coming after sanctuary cities. Y'all notice how the Democrats first started off telling us that the National Guard was being deployed on black folks? Remember that? And then that didn't work. So then they start saying black folks got detained. Remember that one? Trump done lightweight pulled a finesse on a lot of people. Trump keeps talking all this stuff about National Guard, crime, fighting crime. What Trump is really talking about is erasing these sanctuary cities. And he understands that racist ass base, they gonna be jumping for joy. Ooh, National Guard going down there to the black cities. But the videos I seen come out of DC was about them damn illegals. The videos I seen come out in Chicago was about them damn illegals. Y'all really think Brandon Johnson was doing all that sweating because of us? Look how Brandon Johnson right now is going so damn crazy about not wanting Trump to come to Chicago. Do you think he'd be tripping about that if those folks were coming after black Americans? Hell no. If they were coming after black Americans and Brandon Johnson knew it, who's a tether himself, he would open the door and send them right to black Americans. The fact that all of those Democrats in Chicago was sweating, they was nervous, and they were resisting Donald Trump. That lets you know that Donald Trump was going in for them sanctuary cities and them damn illegals. That's why the headlines slowly quit being about black people, and then it became more about illegals. And if somebody doesn't believe me, how come no one talks about that? Just today, Donald Trump said next place he going to is San Francisco, California. Shout out to San Francisco. I got a lot of love in San Francisco. I was just on the radio out there. Shout out to my brother DJ X1. San Francisco ain't got a lot of black people. Where's all that? Ooh, they coming after black folk now. Y'all notice they ain't talking that black folk stuff now. When he was sending the National Guard out there to Portland and San Francisco. So it sounds like it's slowly going away from they coming after black folks because that stuff didn't work to now it's being seen for what it's always been. Trump going after them sanctuary cities straight up. And we were talking about going to the court system. I believe Donald Trump's to the point where he said, man, you know what? Damn the court system. That's taking too long. We going with National Guard. I'm signing the law. Go get them. Because y'all know Trump be extra petty as hell and he want to get them damn illegals. Remember when Trump came out at first, y'all? Trump said he was not satisfied with the numbers of people who were being deported. And then soon as that happened, bam, National Guard. So if you want to start talking about the National Guard deployments, let me just give you a few places and y'all tell me, was this about black people or is this about illegals? Last summer, I'm talking about the summer that just passed. This summer that just passed, it was all about the National Guard going where? LA. Who were they going against in LA? Mexicans. He did the same exact thing in DC. He went to DC. What videos did you see? Illegals getting snatched up. Chicago, illegals snatched up. Portland, come on. San Francisco, come on. Y'all know that ain't about black people. So the Democrats were coming up with all of this black folks is going to get deported fear mongering because what they wanted us to do was for us to protect the illegals with our in the streets the same way they want us to protect the illegals with our vote in an election. And in this last election, black folks said, nope, no protection for you, Jorge. And right now, with the National Guard being deployed, black folks are saying, hell no, no physical protection for you, Jorge, or Mutombo, or Joloff, or Benitez, or Estrada. All y'all asses can go home and you won't see a foundational black American jumping for none of y'all. So it goes to prove the point in which I was telling everybody, fam. Sit back, watch, and observe. And when you see everything for what it truly is, you can definitely see now, y'all, that they rounding up all of these people. Anytime tethers get extra desperate, that means deportations don't went extra up. And these folks is running out of time. But let me send it to my sister Natural Church. I think he dropped. He'll be right back on up. And then we'll get back to Top Boss. I see you up here and we'll go through the hands and get everybody in there. But I know my sister Natural want to rock. Go ahead, family.
I just wanted to say you can tell that we're all on cold because we not doing nothing and we ain't doing nothing but winning. We not lifting a finger. We chilling and we ain't doing nothing but catching wins. So that's what happens when you're on code. Like we don't have to lift a finger and they sitting out here scrambling, dry begging for our help. And I'm going to say it so they can hear it in the replay. We ain't coming. Y'all can't get our energy. You can't get our moral compass. You can't get our money, our help, our body. It's over. We ain't coming to help you. You notice that, they was trying to spin that little lie where they was zip tying black kids and they got debunked with that fake video. You don't hear them saying that either, because CNN, they was looping that around the clock, talking about how they was zip tying black children. We debunked that too. Y'all done for. Y'all should have gave us what we asked for. Go ahead, y'all.
Real quick,
Can
my sister
anybody hear
Natural.
me?
Hold on, yeah, hold on 1 second. I heard you. You sound good this time. Hold on 1 second. My sister Natural. Let me ask you a question, my certified tether detector sister. How come these people didn't enjoy the 30, 40 years they had of Pan-Africanism? How come they didn't enjoy the 2 or 3 years of all lives matter, Black lives matter? How come they didn't enjoy that time frame where it was vote blue no matter who? Didn't they have all of that for years and they complaining about delineation for 5? I asked that question to you, my sister, because I know you be speaking the real.
That's why I go so hard on these tethers. They've had all this time. And when I think that's why people, and let me just clear this up too for the people who say, who's naturally, she came out of nowhere. No, I got 10 years in the game. So I am original OG. And we've been fighting with these tethers for years. And that's why I said delineation have these people scrambling. That's why they come with the aggression. They're never going to come in here with that because they know we don't let them waste our time. See, they go in there and they're not spinning Tariq wheels because they know that Tariq used his spaces as, learning lessons for new people that's coming on. But that's a good damn question. Why? I mean, what have they been doing all these years? All these years. What have they been doing all these years? What have these tethers been doing all these years? All these advantages and resources and everything they've been being able to take advantage of. What have they? They work harder. They're more successful. But these are the same people dry begging the fatherless, low IQ, less successful foundational Black Americans. They won't ever come in here because they already know what time it is. We don't spin wheels with them. We're not going to go into no, back and forth, intellectual tether Tourette's conversations with them. It is what it is. We're running this. They don't come in here because you coming in here one way. You're going to come in here and wipe your feet in respect and bow down, respect the lineage. I don't deal with no tethers that do not respect our lineage, period. We don't have to talk to these people. We don't have to go back and forth. We don't owe these people no explanations about why, how we doing this. And what I notice a lot of people, and if you land with someone that is a tether or someone of another, diverse community, we're not saying you're not supposed to be there for that person. Me personally, I don't trust nobody that, to me, that's like having dual allegiances as well too. It's kind of, to me, it's like laying down with a person. I don't see how you can be on cold. But again, that is a good question, Alpha. What have they been doing all these years?
I just want to say real quick, they've been coasting, family. They've been coasting all these years. While the government's been sitting here giving them everything that was supposed to be given to us, they've been coasting. None of them stopped and say, hey, these benefits were never meant for us. They were meant for foundational Black Americans, or at the time, Black Americans. These were meant for Black Americans. I know that I'm Black in America, but these benefits were meant for them. They never did any of that. They just saw it as an opportunity to coast in the very same way that they can't coast in their own countries, and they're the ones in power. It makes no sense, but it makes absolute sense. They thought as long as they had the opportunity to do so, they were going to continue to coast. They never expected us to stop the coasting. You know how our brother Sammy Davis Jr., he had many talents. These folks, They have none. You know how we have the song Cruising? They tried to copy off of that and thought that they were coasting. You dig what I'm saying? And everything that they see coming from us, they try to make some sort of subservient copy of it, and it never freaking works. This was the first time that they ever saw that we're stopping the cruise, right? It's the first time that they ever saw that we put a brick wall in the middle of the road that they thought that they were coasting on. That's what they've been doing. They've been sitting here just dependent on us not knowing that they're leeches, that they're ticks, that they're suckers, they're vampires. They want all of our energy. They want all the things that we do, but they don't want to do none of the work to get where we've gotten. Go ahead, my sister. I see you trying to say something.
I wasn't clearing my throat for that, but I just wanted to say delineation, you know, when we say that it happened at the exact right time, because this is a failed destiny swap, and that's why they scrambling, because they haven't figured out how to remix foundational Black Americans. This is a total failed destiny swap. Like they are really, this delineation, when I tell you that we did this at the right time, because we will be erased. Perfect timing for this delineation. It is like the best thing that we could have done in the last 50, 60 years. I wish we have done it 30 years ago when they started swarming their asses over here in the 80s. I wish we would have delineated and listened. We wouldn't be here, but we got it now. Go ahead.
Let me hop in real quick. Absolutely, fam. That's exactly what we did. Somebody gonna have to come up with something. How delineation saved Black America. That's a powerful title right there. How delineation saved Black America, because that's exactly what it did. I believe my brother Church said they went from coasting to floating, and from floating to sinking. What the fuck was they thinking? All right, let's go. The hands, fam. We got a lot of people in here. Oh, okay. Darren, Mr. Mutombo. Go ahead, brother.
What up, brother? It's Matsumoto. You know the routine, but hey.
Okay, shout out, bro.
Hey, thank you, man. Real quick heads up, because you were hitting the head on the nail there with the NAACP, man. I think about it, the way this thing got started, it was already built to be infiltrated. You know, it was the total opposite hand of what the Panthers and people were doing. So they were trying to, you know, essentially change a system by playing by the rules of the system, which I've never seen Black people win that way. You know, I'm from South Memphis originally, so I just don't think that's the game plan.
Are you the brother that lives in Japan?
Nah, I got family around, man. I got family everywhere, but I got family in Japan, South Memphis here, California, other areas, but different places. And I highly recommend that Black people buy real estate around the world, because this bitch is going to burn up one day, America, economically. And it's good to have somewhere else to land where they ain't trying to spend all their money and time hating.
Okay. Interesting. So why what is your last name? Why is your last name Matsumoto? You got a bunch of
Matsumoto?
Yeah, you got a bunch of Japanese writing on here.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a ward of the court from South Memphis originally, so the government don't give us but you know how it works. With that, why would I perpetuate these names, history, and all their stuff and try to glorify their existence when this is what they've been doing to us from the start, making us live the life, and then they get the credit. So when I got married, there's a thing in Japan called mokuyoshi, where the families actually take in the son and you become part of their family, especially if they don't have that. And you can proliferate that part to your family, rather than, why the hell am I going to run around and perpetuate some white names in history? I'm actually from the South.
Brother. Go ahead, brother. Get them, Alpha. Go ahead.
Anti-American,
brother. We're not of the belief that America is going to blow up, nor do we want America.
No, I'm not of that belief. I'm not of that belief at all. But
you're not a real American.
But you literally just said, wait, hold on. But you literally just said that, my brother. You said America is going to blow up one day. That's what you said.
What I'm talking about is economically, my buddy. I'm a real estate broker, mortgage banker, and if you look at the housing problem and crises in this nation, it's a very big problem that's rooting down to the family line.
Okay,
when it comes to that,
let me ask you a question.
That's what I'm talking about.
Family, let me ask you a question. You said you're a ward of the court?
Of course, my friend.
Okay, so that means that you were a foster child?
That guardianship, my friend. But that means, yes, the government took custody, all that
My
good
friend.
stuff.
Okay, so
It's a tether.
so where are your family from?
South Memphis, my friend, as I said.
Okay, where are
times.
your family's family from?
The South of essentially Virginia, all this. I'm a Black American, my dude. You can check. But is this like a grill
Are
session?
you
Because if you want, I got DNA.
I mean, come on, my guy. Come on, my guy.
I'm gonna be 100 with you, bro. You sounding real tetherish. If my brother, brother had his,
Okay,
hey, hold on,
Mhm.
hold up. If my brother
You
had,
just call me from Africa. I'm from South Memphis. Dog.
I didn't call you from Africa. I called you. I said just sounding
Nobody
real
ain't say that.
tetherish. So, you know, you hearing what you want to hear, that's one. And two, if my brother Alpha had his tether alarm, it would be going off right now like crazy. Will. Like, I promise you, everything that you're saying right now is really tetherish. And that's why I'm asking you these questions, man. I'm not just asking you for no reason.
But my concept is tetherish what you're saying from people there, or is it more of a multicultural experience? If that's what sounds tetherish, then you
no. What sounds tetherish? What sounds tetherish is the fact that you sound very anti-American and very anti-Black American at that point.
No, trust me, anti-Black American. If I was anti-Black American, I would have not.
Okay, so are you under the assumption? Okay, let me ask you this question: are you under the assumption that Black Americans are Africans?
I mean, it matters what you talk about. When you talk about culturally, hell no, we went through a trial and tribulation that no Africans have been through. Trust me. And we've lived that story. All of us have went our different way, but being Black in America, especially if you've been here through this system, you know what real oppression is and what these people are planning. And I assure you, they haven't planned to fortify us or our community. And even the real estate market, the FHA and all this has been used to destroy our families.
So, Mr. Darren, well, I can't call you Mr. Darren. I'm just going to call you Mr. Momoto. Mr. Momoto.
It's Matsumoto.
Matsumoto, Momoto, Mimosa, Mr. whatever, last name Japanese. My brother, I want to ask you this question. Are you a Pan-African?
Why would it be a Pan-African?
I'm asking you a question.
I'm from South Memphis. Here's the thing. Okay, if we want to talk about questions in history,
sir, it's a very easy, simple question. Are you a Pan-African? It's a yes or there's a no.
Brother Church,
yes, sir.
Backed by popular demand, you asked for it. Here it is.
There we go.
Tether alert! Tether alert!
Tether alert! There's a lot of tethering going on here. It sounds like a.
And I don't mind. Hey, I don't.
Go ahead. Come up off that mic. You good?
Whenever we hear a tether alert, we automatically start.
No, but here's my thing. I would say for you guys though. Yeah, let's do the lineage check, and I would love that actually, because I don't understand. You guys do have people trying to infiltrate and act crazy. I get it, and you're going to be on your alert. But don't you think you should have some kind of system or method to check people rather than just saying, "Hey, this is this"? But
we do.
My brother, go ahead, my sister Nikki. Go ahead.
Go ahead and get them.
No, we do have different people ask different questions, but we pretty much know when something's off. Sometimes people are just or something like that, or sometimes people, they've been raised by white families or they went to school with people and they are of the lineage, but they aren't like us. So that's why we just question. But his way of questioning you was correct. So let him just finish. Just let him go ahead and question you. And if we have to pop in, we will.
No, I totally don't mind that. If you're saying, "Hey, I didn't know there was like an interview process," because I understand we have a lot of people trying to be like us and stuff.
Well, in the space you would, in any space you would expect a proper vetting, wouldn't you? I'm just wondering because, you know, I'm pretty sure you've been around a lot of different spaces, so you should understand what proper vetting is. My question to you,
the whole spaces thing, brother. This has been like a week, so I got you.
Okay. Well, my whole thing is this, family, and I want you to understand where I'm coming from. I told my grandfather I was going to change my last name when I was a Pan-African.
Mm-hmm.
He asked me why. And I told him because it's the white man's name, this, that, and the third, wolf, and my grandfather's upside my head. And he told me that he carries the name of his ancestors and I should carry the name of mine. So when you say things like, you were willing to not only give up that last name, but you took on the name of a whole different culture.
I get you there, but don't forget,
there's a big problem. Hold on. It's a different experience, yes, but not so much. Most foundational Black American grandparents, they're not going to let you talk to them about changing your last name. That's the situation. Now, you being the ward of the court.
Exactly. You have the grandparents there. Exactly.
Hold on. With you being the ward of the court, that's why I asked you that question. My question to you is, and my major question was, where's your family from? Do you even know who your actual blood family is, or were you taken from them?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Where you, like you say, you were emancipated, right?
No, it wasn't emancipated. It was a ward of the court, man. Trust me, the government got us good pumping crack through people's neighborhoods, and a lot of people's families got on it, bro.
Okay, I'm asking you, what did that have to do with the price of tea in China? That had nothing to do with the
me,
question.
My family losing custody, the mother losing custody.
Okay, so
I'm from the South, brother. It's a different time there.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. All right, good. So your mother was doing drugs, whatever the situation may have you, the courts came and took you. Your mother, where is she from?
She's from the Memphis, bro. She's
South
from
Memphis,
Tennessee.
Okay, and her whole family is from South Memphis.
Our whole family is from the South originally, Virginia, Tennessee, but most of us settled in Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama area. We are Southern Black people, but most of it, I will tell you this, the family I'm connected to is mostly the women that were fortified there. The male structure was torn apart, if you understand the numbers and what they've been doing in those communities.
Okay. So what was it in you that made you decide not to take your parents' last name if you understand that they were hold on. If you understand that there are victims of the white supremacist system that still runs the whole world, why would you now penalize them for something that the white supremacists did to them?
First off, I would say that white people don't run the whole world. They have less power than they even think. They not that good at this powerhouse. You know.
So white supremacy isn't global?
No, it is global, but white people ain't running. They're just still lying about it.
Hold on. If white supremacy is global, how are they not running? If white supremacy is a system that must be ran by somebody, how are they not running it?
What I'm saying is they're not running the entirety of the world. We're talking about the population. If you were to break down the economics of the world, most of it ain't white money.
Wait, hold on. I didn't say white people is running the world. I said white supremacy.
White supremacy
is running the world. Well, what is it if it's not white supremacy?
It's banking that's running the world. The industry that I'm in, these bankers, and they use white supremacy as part of that.
Let me guess. Hold on. Let me guess. Let me put this card to my forehead. Let me open the envelope. Is it the Jew?
Oh, they're part of the game. They're part of the banking structure.
I know you were gonna say that.
But it's not that they're not running the whole thing, but they're a banking structure, bro. It's just like banking. I'm telling you this, when we get into the whole finance structure, it is such a debauchery.
Who runs everything? Hold on. Who runs everything within banking?
That's complicated, bro. Who runs everything within banking?
Who runs everything within banking? Question. Okay, let's narrow it down then. Who runs everything in banking within America?
Corporations.
Corporations.
And they're run by a mixture of people. You know this. It's usually the corporate banking structure and all that. That's if you're talking about America. But if you're talking America, then we're talking supremacy.
Okay, so what's the difference between how our system is set up with the corporate banking, as you say, and everywhere around the world when it comes to supremacy?
Most of the world doesn't have laws that isolate people who are us, who are black and stuff, who were here, and they haven't had systems that made our existence a divestment for our offspring in something that their offspring could take. That's an American speciality. And there's a lot of nations that you would say these people are white, but they speak other languages, and they are not built.
Yeah, I'm very very sure that you are either a tether or and I'll let you pick which one.
Damn, that's nice. No, I'm a banker. I'm
gonna be honest with you, sir. Look. You may think it's harsh, but if it was harsh, I wouldn't have let you choose. So I'll let you choose. Which one are you? Are you the tether?
Well, I would like to ask you, what is the definition of a tether or to you, my friend? Define those for me.
Okay, we know you're not FBA. That's all I needed to hear there, sir.
Pick your poison, sir.
I just wanted to come and
How
listen
are
to you
you a
guys,
part?
sir. That's
Sir,
it.
how are you a part of
I'm
the
a part of
lineage?
my
That
own
you said?
experience. The
Listen,
lineage,
listen,
I'm a
listen,
part of it
brother.
because my
Listen,
family is lineage. I was born in
listen,
here and literally screwed
brother.
over.
Stop, man. Stop.
You're getting hot and heavy. Calm down. Calm down. Chill out. Relax. Relax a bit. How don't you know what a is? And yet you're saying that you're of any affiliation to the lineage, brother? That is a question I delivered to you because we know these such things. Those are terms that have been identified before any of us were here. How are you saying that you're a part of it? Sounds like you have no experience at all with Black Americans. And you keep throwing out Memphis, and that's another key word. People love to highlight a particular place that they feel gives them credit. Matter of fact, doesn't Drake always talk about Memphis too? If I'm not mistaken, Drake's always talking about
he
his
does.
dad.
Always talking about Memphis.
Okay, very much. What are your feelings on reparations? Darren, what's your feelings on reparations? That's my question to you. What do you feel about cash payment reparations specifically to foundational Black Americans?
Okay. Well, first off, here's the thing. Drake's dad, you're right, is from Memphis. I'm actually from there. And
I didn't ask you about Drake. I didn't ask you about Drake. I made a statement about Drake. I asked you about reparations.
If you can do it rationally and actually connect people to their lineage, we need to know who the was here, who went through it, and who
it's
they
a necessity. You say it's a necessity, or is it a debt that's owed?
For this country, it is a necessity and it is an old.
Okay, give me some details. Okay, now you say if it can be done properly. Go ahead, give me your details. What does your reparations plan look like as an economy?
I would agree on the fact that, yeah, you can't have randomers coming over and claiming they're part of it without proving who the hell they are. But the way y'all are doing it, I hope you get better at this and do some.
Okay, and explain, because you still haven't given me any type of reparations plan.
Like me, went to LaRose, other schools, other places. I've been born there. Where my birth certificate says I'm from, Jackson, Tennessee, all these things.
Bruh, your N-word sound like Taylor Swift, man. Your N-word sounds like Taylor Swift, homie. Okay, you're supposed to put a couple G's in there, man. You got some Z's in there. Get it right, okay? I'm not scared of Steve Urkel, all right? Steve Urkel saying the N-word is not what makes me scared when I wake up in the morning, brother, okay? Now, you still haven't given me any type of reparations plan, and you're critiquing us, which basically critique of reparations is basically someone who doesn't agree with reparations. So you just outed yourself that you don't really want us to get reparations, and you're running this game on what we do and what we say. And speaking of that, we need to do reparations plan better. Have you been listening to this stage? Because we broke down reparations from plenty of aspects. And it also shows me that you're not plugged in at all with the community. Never, because we have clear reparations outlooks and plans that we put on the table. And you're saying that we need to do it better. What do you mean by that, do better? Because all you did was go on the whole thing about Memphis and tell us what your reparations plan is and where is reparations on your priority list. I don't want to hear about anything else. I don't want to hear about Laura from Family Matters. I need you to tell me about reparations.
First off, my friend, on my priority list, my priority is taking care of my family and kids. I don't plan on giving us that money. So the fact that it is, if
you care about reparations, then that be taking care of your family. Okay, all right. Reparations would take care of your family and a lot of families, and it doesn't mean that you can't still handle your business today. The fact that you're trying to make it a dichotomy or an either or lets me know again, this is deflection number 2, that you're not really for reparations. You're really not for reparations. And I've never heard anybody talk about reparations and yet get so hostile. Why are you getting hostile at me? I'm a reparationist. I spoke at the biggest reparations rally in American history. I've spoke at plenty reparations hearings in Fulton County, Atlanta, Georgia. I have a very good track record of reparations. So why are you getting so hostile to me other than you don't want us to get reparations because you don't really truly identify with Black Americans? Now, again, tell us, what is your reparations plan without all of the gibberish?
I'm going to listen to you guys.
Unmute yourself.
Hey, Darren, though, are you in California?
Wait, I'm talking.
I'm in California now, bro. I moved out here. But here's the thing. When he says Black America, like you identify the whole of Black America, we aren't just one experience here. There's multiple different experiences for Black America. And the way you're coming out, bro, is kind of just,
Black America, foundational Black Americans, foundational Black Americans are a commonality culture. Okay. My sister, Nikki the God's grandmother could pull up a chair right now and speak to my grandmother, and they talk every single day like they're sisters. You know why? Because they are. My brother EJ, my brother Church, their brothers and sisters can sit down with my brothers and sisters because they are brothers and sisters. We are of the lineage that says brothers and sisters, kings and queens, goddess and gods. We are a commonality culture. And the fact that you're trying to use the, but hey, you guys have a great life. No, you're Steve Urkel, homeboy, and that's why Laura ain't gonna give you no pussy. Okay, so chill out and relax when I'm talking. Now, as I'm saying, this is what it really is, and I'm gonna tell you how it goes. The very fact that you're trying to do, that we're not all monolithic. That creates an opportunity for you to downplay and dismiss our reparations. Let me tell everybody what the truth is. Foundational Black Americans, for the most part, we are monolithic. You know who's not monolithic with us is the are the ones who are always anti what all of us are saying, all right? The ones who don't want us to achieve, to succeed, and to persevere. Those are the ones always trying to say, well, there's like 152 different reasons. And I'm Mr. Mutombo from Japan / from Caden County in Memphis with the trailer park and meth. Brother, you don't give a damn about no reparations. You're not a foundational Black American. You're not of the lineage. Nothing about your paperwork checks out. There was a tether in here whose hairline looked like it was about to do a swan dive off the back of his neck, and his paperwork looks better than yours. You have the trashiest damn paperwork I've ever seen. You got Japanese writing in your damn posts on your page. You can't even talk right. Sounds like somebody got you in a vice grip, okay? Put some bass in your voice when you talk to us. You're too damn squeaky. I don't trust a man who talks that damn squeaky when he's trying to explain himself. And you talk about your family, the ones in what? Beijing? Okay, you ain't from no damn Memphis, homie. Let's get that straight too. All right, Memphis been in the building 3, 4, 5 times, and we know how Memphis talk. That ain't no damn Memphis accent you got. That's a damn Taiwan accent. All right, I think that Jackie Chan adopted you, and you was over there with Rush Hour 3. You was a little girl in Rush Hour. You was a little girl in Rush Hour that the guy kidnapped on a moped. That's really who you are. I'm gonna call Chris Tucker on the phone, and I'm gonna have Chris Tucker come and find your ass. You ain't no FBA, and you will not claim to be no damn FBA. FBA men talk with more bass in our goddamn voice. FBA men have facial goddamn hair, and you lacking both of them. So you better take your Steve Urkel, Chinese Steve Urkel. His is Jackie Urkel. He's Jackie Urkel Chan. If you don't take your ass the hell away from foundational Black Americans and go back to whatever goddamn hole you came from and quit trying to perpetrate and pretend. This is the era of paperwork checking. This is the era of regulating. And this is the era where foundational Black American brothers and sisters stand on business together. So you dismiss yourself and get the hell up out of my goddamn
Black Alpha, real quick. This man wants to convince us that he is Chris Tucker from Rush Hour. Look at the way he's dressed and look where he is. You dig me? This man is trying to convince us that he is Chris Tucker. He's born in America. You dig what I'm saying? But, you know, I just married me a Japanese. You know, I took her name because, you know, my mama and my daddy, you know what I'm saying, they were doing drugs. And, you know, the court took me. And so I didn't get mad at the court. I got mad at my mom and daddy. And so instead of giving off my name so I could pass down my lineage to my child, I took on their name, Matsumosamumo, or Mojave-mo, or goddamn Motototo, Mitsubishi-mo. This is what we're hearing out of this. And we're supposed to be just accepting of it. No.
This man took his wife's name. Hey, that's Bruce Lee.
Bruce Leroy.
Yeah, Bruce Leroy.
Bruce Leroy.
He's a mail order bride.
I told y'all, if a tether pulls up, we gonna spot him one way or another. It don't matter if it's Jackie Chan, Lucy Liu, Mr. Jolov, Mrs. Mutombo, we gonna see him, because that's just how foundational Black Americans roll. When you certified all the damn time. Checkmate.